Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Good evening. So I decided that I'm going to be doing a series and we're going to be going down a rabbit hole and we're going to be looking at red pillars who are getting red pill men who are getting exposed. I thought that this would be an interesting series, mainly because red pillars love single mothers. Yeah, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to say it. They do. They love single mothers. I'm going to say it. I said it. I believe that they love single mothers. Okay. So, and they're getting exposed because they love single mothers so much. They love single mothers. They love Instagram baddies. They love girls who do OnlyFans. And I feel like this is a great redemption, right? I mean, this is the coldest winter or the warmest summer. I don't know. But I'm finding this information to be interesting. So this man, he was actually exposed last year. And what I witnessed when Kevin Samuels was alive was single mothers were attacked the most from that sector of YouTube. And to see that some of their members, their spokesperson, the people who are the loudest in the community are out here living a totally different life than the one that they portray online. So I wanted to go down this rabbit hole because honestly, I want the girls to see who you are taking advice from. I also want the girls to see, because I feel like some of you still listen to men, and you have to be careful about who you're listening to because they may be a big contradiction. But that's influencers in general. People that you take advice from online, you should double check to see if they actually live the life that they're preaching online. So we're going to go down this rabbit hole. This man was recently exposed. If you don't know who Donovan Sharpe is, he is a red pillar content creator, influencer in the red pill community, Black manosphere, yada, yada, yada. You get it. Okay. So you know some of their rhetorics over there. Oh, don't date a woman past 23. She's hit the wall. Don't date single mothers. They're washed up. They should be at a discount. What were some other rhetorics that they were spewing? Oh, like a woman can't have a high body count. If she has a high body count, you shouldn't date her. And they literally do the complete opposite, because when it comes down to it, if we're being 100% honest, men simp offline. They do. And the objective is to get the girl because they really want the girl. They want her. And they know that they can't get her unless they simp for her. Now, I don't understand the Donovan Sharpe situation because this is a special case. But fresh, not that long ago, he was outed for simping for an Instagram model. And the main women that they claim their platform despises, he was out here simping for her. And it wasn't a shock to me. It wasn't. Because we know when men really want something, they're really willing to do whatever it takes to get what they want. So I don't really think it's a bad thing. I just wish that they would be honest about it. So he was caught simping not that long ago. So let's go ahead. Thank you, Panda. Let's go ahead and get into this. So let's start with how Donovan Sharpe was exposed. Okay, so he was exposed by this content creator. You know, men who do research, it's hard to find that nowadays. Men who actually do research. All of my sources will be left under this video in the description box. But let's start from the beginning.
It has come to my attention that Edwin Alexander Hopkins Jr., aka Donovan Sharp, the Sharp Mama and Sharp Father himself, is a proven, definitive 1000% fraud himself. Not only did he secretly, privately wife up an older, double post-wall woman, 46 years old, reportedly, allegedly menopausal, pushing 50, right? That woman is a single mother, biological mother of a actual child, a daughter. And we have the court records and the documents to prove it. This fraud is fucking toast.
Hey, you want to get it on?
One thing that I do like about Devin is she doesn't really look that much different without makeup on. Does she look better with makeup on? Absolutely. But she's not hideous without it. Devin has no cottage cheese. Like Devin is still very, very tight and supple.
Devin has ridden the carousel. She has a lot of guys.
Devin has some high body. She had some high body count tendencies. I used to tell myself this all the time. Even if she's been ran through, she's not really acting like it.
Donovan will attempt to report this video and get it taken down, and it's bullshit.
And
how do you, I need someone to explain to me, how do you not act like you're not ran through if you are? Now, listen, ladies, I'm gonna need you to not get upset because things are gonna get a little interesting. And you saw the man's hat, right? He's a red pill through and through. Okay, you saw that, right? He's calling out Donovan Sharpe because he's not red pill, and he has a big issue with that. And he be out here trying to talk about other people and their relationships, which we gonna get into that here in a sec, because he was just on Fresh and Fit's platform not that long ago trying to call out women on a panel. Sir, you have no argument. I'm sorry. There's nothing to debate. You live the complete opposite of what you're out here teaching men. It's a joke. It's not even. Let's just continue.
guys, and this is funny, when I lost my first of 2 YouTube channels, guys were telling me, go to BitChute, go to here, go to there.
So there you have it. That's Donovan Sharpe admitting that 2 prior YouTube channels were deleted by YouTube, terminated, banned, lost. Here is his current channel, over 110,000 subscribers, all these views. This is no less than the 3rd channel he's had. The prior 2 were terminated by YouTube. This one by him, and any YouTube employee can easily review this and find out that it was operated, run by Donovan Sharpe. It was all about him, just like his new channel. This one was banned for severe violations with hate speech. And this one was banned for severe violations with spam, deceptive practices, misleading content. Surprise, surprise, right, guys? So any YouTube employees watching this, put another notch on your belt and knock this channel out. Myself and 21 Studios do not support in any way, shape, or form harassing or doxing or anything like that of the daughter and the ex-husband of Donovan Sharpe. Totally not necessary, guys, not productive, not ethical. Leave them out of it. They are innocent bystanders. They have no control over what Donovan and Devon do, and I disavow anyone who does go after them.
Devin is my girlfriend. She is not my wife. We have never been married. She is not a single mother, and we have not adopted anybody.
Donovan denied getting married. Well, I will go to a court of law and a lie detector and tell everyone right now watching that my brother, George Bruno, told me that Donovan called him and asked him if he would marry him and her. Period. But what I just told you is a fact. And I would, like I said, I would go to a court of law. You can put me on a lie detector.
Now, listen, if y'all are confused on who these men are, these are the original manospheres, the original Redpillers. They're all white men. Okay. I just got to throw that out here. So they got the boot. They getting the boot. They getting the boot because these men are not saying they are not who they say they are. So that's why they're upset. Oh yeah, it's very interesting. Let's continue. So they're having meetings. I mean, look at their usernames. Just look at the war room. Okay, let's continue. Let me go back.
I don't care. That is a fact. So what does that tell me? That tells me that he married her, period.
Donovan Sharp, for many years on his podcast and on his channel and on his social media and all this crap, he would talk publicly and privately to me in writing and text messages and stuff about his girlfriend's niece, right? Because she was such a good aunt and she was just taking care of her sister's kid because her sister had drug problems or some other crap that, you know, she couldn't take care of the kid, right?
Devin has a niece. She's 14 years old.
Mhm.
And I think one time, oh God, I can't even remember, but somebody said I said something because I have strong opinions. If this was years ago, I think she was like 10 or 11. She's like, that's offensive. I said, Olivia, let me put you up on game. Now we have to have more serious conversations because now she has friends that identify as boys. You know what I mean? So now she's going through that sort of thing.
Yeah. And I just want to add that he married a single mother. He married a single mother. Now, I think all he do is lie. I wouldn't trust nothing that this man says. He's saying that they're not legally married, but I wouldn't be surprised if they are. And then also his niece is actually his stepdaughter. So it's not his niece, but let's listen to what advice that he's giving this woman here.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to raise children in this day and age.
All BS, all nonsense. The entire time, it turns out, that was just one more lie, the biggest lie ever from Donovan Sharp, the Sharp father himself.
Olivia is going to be here tomorrow. And she likes zebra cakes. So, of course, Olivia was here last night, just visiting for a little bit. Devin told Olivia's friend that I am all bark and all bite. Dude, even when Olivia visits us, I try to be firm with her, but sometimes it's hard because, you know, she's a little girl. Dude, Olivia, this was funny. Olivia was over the other night, and she was talking about this kid. Let's just say if Olivia got married to a guy, and he was out at the club all the time, I would have a conversation with him. I got a 13-year-old niece that stays here at least twice a week. All it takes is one crazy person. And something bad could happen. Olivia is a minor. Her first crush was a kid named Jaden, right? White kid, right? Her second crush was and Jaden was actually her boyfriend. Actually met the kid. Actually met him right here. Shook his hand. Then she had a crush on a kid named Alex, and which was interesting. I was like, oh, you're Alex and I'm Alex. But I still, shook his hand and looked him in the eye. And she's had crushes, Mike and Tim and blah, 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 blah. Olivia has a new crush, and his name is Kareem.
Yeah. I cannot believe men were online taking advice from him. It's really scary to think about. It's really scary when you sit back and you really think about it. But I believe that they were blinded due to their hatred for women. Because I don't think men in the red pill community, I don't really think they like women. I think they just want to use women and dispose women in their own way. But I don't think they really like women like that, because how are you sitting up here taking advice from a man like this? It's not the dots are not connecting for me up there. It's not connecting. It's not connecting at all. I don't know how men were really sitting up here listening to anything that he says. Like his voice alone, I don't get it.
His name is Kareem. Olivia is starting to like black guys. She's starting to like black guys. And it's interesting because Olivia, she's 14 years old now, and she's a beautiful girl. She could have any guy she wants. Like she's beautiful. She's beautiful, and she's, and of course, her father is he's got problems. And it's interesting because I watch this. I'm watching this happen in real time, right? She's around me a lot, and she sees how I am, right? And this is exactly the same thing that happened to me when I was a kid. I was around obviously Olivia's here once, maybe twice a week, but me being, of course, raised by my mother, I knew that I did not want a woman like my mother. So I went for women who were completely the opposite of my mother. Incidentally enough, most of those women were non-black women. I don't give a fuck them. Well, Olivia's in the same situation. And so she doesn't really have a strong male figure in her life except for me. And surprise, surprise.
And it's Cynthia Ashlock's kid. Her sister, as far as I know, doesn't even have a daughter. She only has a son who's about 20 years old, not even a minor.
Post-war women, they get married all the time.
What? So does he identify as black or what? I'm like, so is he that's what it's giving, anti-black? Y'all see why there was nothing but a panel of white men on the panel? Y'all understand? Y'all see why there was nothing but white? They done kicked him out because he was anti, for sure. Because I'm like, wait a minute, aren't you a black man? He don't look mixed to me. He look mixed to y'all. Oh, it gets weirder. We're not even done. We're not done. But I need women to understand this is who y'all be sitting up here taking advice from. See, we got to get through the history so then we can fast forward to what recently just happened on Fresh and Fit's podcast. We got to get through the history so you can understand why those women were on that episode wasting their damn time. Because why are you even entertaining a man like this? But let's continue. Let's continue. But no, he is so anti-black.
Fine, but the men they get married to are very low value. They're beta males. They're pushovers. They're not real men. They're not the men that arouse these women. These aren't the men that these women respect and love. These are the beta males. These are the lower rung men.
I got an email from a concerned third party to this whole family situation with Donovan Sharpe and the mom who's ashamed that she even has a daughter. I ended up getting the divorce papers, and I got a picture of the family, the father and the mother, Cynthia Ashlock, Donovan Sharpe, and even the kid. Now, obviously, I blurred out the child's face and identity and the father as well, but not Cynthia Ashlock, not Donovan Sharpe. Then on top of that, Redpiller examined, go check him out. He actually discovered an admission on video from Donovan Sharpe.
So he filed. I was a plaintiff. I walked away with nothing. I walked away with nothing.
So it's kind of like my divorce.
Yeah.
Because my divorce was $12.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any money or kids.
Yeah,
so.
only with mine, we did have a house together. So neither of us could afford the house. So we ended up foreclosing the house. So I do have a bankruptcy on my record as well. That's public record too. If anyone wants to go look that up and throw it on a YouTube video.
He pulled up the bankruptcy records of Cynthia Ashlock in New Jersey, aka Donovan Sharpe. Now from that, he was able to verify the claims that I made about her being a single mother. And he proved beyond any shadow of a doubt, that she put on her penalty of perjury, right, that she was a biological mother and had a daughter. Now, credit due where credit's due, right? O'Shea Duke Jackson, a lot of love for that guy, governor, president of the Black Manosphere, in my opinion, right? He was the first to publicly suspect that Donovan had wiped out a single mom. A few others I know behind the scenes had this theory, but no one had taken this public yet, not even me at the time, right?
You live with that lady. I believe she does have a kid because stop the show. I remember one time I called over there and there was a kid in the background. You are dating or married to a single mom, Donovan. You won't stop lying. That lady is a single mother and the baby is white and you live with the chick.
Yeah, his gut was right.
And he was online talking to y'all crazy. Talking about you shouldn't date a single mother. Listen, these men love single mothers. They do. They like the savior complex. That's just what men like. They watch the superhero videos. They love single mothers. I don't care what they say. They can get online and talk all that mess, but offline, they love single mothers. I don't care what they talk about. And this is coming from a woman with no kids. I don't have no kids. Okay. They love single mothers. Now, a lot of them, though, may be homosexuals. That's what you got to be concerned with. That's what you really got to be concerned with. Is a lot of them be the homosexuals that want to move in fast with you and your kids. That's what you got to be concerned with. So let's continue. But no, these men love single mothers, especially in the red pill community, because they have somewhere to stay. They got somewhere to sleep.
His instinct was right. Donovan was a super fraud, even bigger fraud than I ever thought.
Anybody mixed up with O'Shea is going to be rotten to the core. I don't give a fuck. Hell, even Kevin Samuels kept his distance from O'Shea, at least publicly. Behind the scenes, not so much. You didn't hear that from me.
The biggest reason Kevin Samuels never associated with Donovan Sharpe after he became a superstar, a megastar of the Manosphere and blew up worldwide, is because he knew Donovan Sharpe was a fraud. Probably from my documentary, The Truth About Donovan Sharpe, in addition to his own firsthand experience.
Gentlemen, please welcome Kevin Samuels to TSR Towers. Kevin, thanks for making time for us again tonight, man. We appreciate it.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on, Donovan?
What you and I are going to talk about is why is it that a growing number of grown men, why are they living with their mamas? What is going on with that?
Now, credit due where credit's due. As far as I understand, Donovan was a little bit responsible for helping Kevin Samuels blow up. Kevin was a fan of the show. He would call in, kind of got his name known.
And this man was living with a baby mama. That's a mess. That is a mess. No, we can't say non-black single mothers. No, we cannot. I'm sorry. No. I be seeing the homosexuals with black women as well. It's not just a non-black woman thing. I'm sorry. Nope. Absolutely not. I think it will be harder. I think it will, but I'm sorry. Just because you're not like that, don't mean the next black woman is not like that. I'm sorry. There are desperate black women out here that will allow a man to move right on in, and it won't take much. Okay. Risa Tisa is a prime example of that. So no, it's not just a non-black woman thing. And it's not just a plus size woman thing. It's a woman with low self-esteem. Okay. If she has low self-esteem and she's desperate It doesn't take much. That's all it takes. Low self-esteem, desperation. It's not about race. It's not about size. It's not even about money. It's literally about low self-esteem and desperation. That's it. It's not about if you got a child or not. That's really what it just boils down to. And a lot of men automatically look at single mothers as a woman who has low self-esteem. Why? Because they automatically project on the single mother that she should have low self-esteem because she's a single mother in society. And we look down on single moms, which is why they feed into that online so heavy, because then they can get access to single mothers. So they expect for single mothers to accept whatever, that they should just be grateful that they can get a man since they got kids. So they push that really, really heavy. And the main man that was pushing that on this app outside of Kevin Samuels, Donovan Sharpe was another one. There were some other red pillars, but he's sitting up here playing house with a woman that is a single mother.
Going through that a little bit. But why would Kevin, never repay this favor or whatever to Donovan? Probably because he knew Donovan was a fraud who wifed up in private a double post wall single mom.
Gentlemen, this is why Kevin and I this is why we fell out. And I said, how many times have you shouted me out on your show? He says, I've shouted you out on my show once or twice. I was like, dude, how many times have you been on my show? And he couldn't tell me. I said, dude, you've been on my show 47 times. And I said, look, Kev, you don't owe me anything. You do not owe me anything. I said, but when you go on to the Joe Budden podcast and you shout out a man who clearly, who you promoted a book for a man who does nothing but and moan about black women, wrote a book that could basically be looked at as misogynoir.
It's a mess.
All this dude wants to do is bash black women under the guise of negotiating with them. You want to shout him out, but you don't want to shout me out? Like, I've been on, like, dude, I told him straight up, I said, you don't owe me anything, but dude, I had you on my platform when nobody knew who the you were, man. And now that you're approaching 1 million subscribers, now you don't want, now you'll have nothing to do with me. I told him, dude, we were supposed to meet up in Phoenix. We were supposed to do content. You told me no. Or you told me, but then you ended up flaking for some stupid reason. Yes, this is Kevin Samuels.
Wait a minute. Double post wall means, in their rhetoric, in their world, double post wall means that she's about 40 plus, almost 50 years old, because you hit the wall at 23. So I feel like there's a lot of contradiction in the space, but that's just my opinion. There's a lot. And you want to know why men struggle with contradiction so much? They like what's easy. Their ego, I think, is probably the biggest or major part in it, is mainly their ego. Like, he's with this woman who's a single mother and she's 40 plus, almost 50 years old, with a child because of his ego. And he needed someone that would feed his ego, and she does that. So that's really all it's about. Like, it's not about anything. So if you're a woman and you feed a man's ego, which you have the power to do that, or you can choose to opt out of that, it really gives you a lot of leadway with men. They can sit up and put on a front and act like it doesn't, but like, feed a man's ego and see. Feed his ego and see. So it doesn't really take much. So their contradiction, it always comes back up, because if this woman is feeding his ego and the hot chick that's 23 refuses to do so, and the 40-year-old plus woman with one child is feeding his ego, who do you think he's going to choose? Not the 23-year-old. Now, the 23-year-olds today are a little bit different, because they are willing to feed the man's ego. Why? You have people like Share7. You have other content creators out here that are teaching women to level up and like how to finesse and do all of that manipulation, dark psychology type of stuff. So that's why. That's how you just feed a man's ego. It's really not that hard. But some women, and that's the issue that red pillars have with modern women. Modern women don't want to feed a man's ego. And red pillars want modern women to feed their ego. That's what this whole debate about. It's not even about body counts. It's not about single motherhood. It's not about any of that. They have been screaming at ladies online for years because they just want a woman to feed their ego. Like, that's really all they're saying. Take out all the middle stuff. Take out all the other stuff that they talk about. That's all they really want, is for their ego to be fed. whether they're right, wrong, indifferent, whether they have money or they don't have money, whether they're broke or they're at the bottom of the barrel. They just want a woman to feed their ego at every phase within their life. And then if you feed their ego when they're broke, they'll still leave you if they come up and get money. But they still want you to feed their ego at that level and then dump you and move on to somebody else. They just want to be able to do that. But modern women are fighting against feeding the male ego, which is why they have such an issue with that. Oh, that's a mess. Y'all dropping tea? Not in the chat. He was arrested several times for fraud. Not shocked. Not shocked. Allegedly. Let's put allegedly in there. Allegedly.
He has spent, 4, 5, 6, 7 years trashing single moms. Easily one of the manosphere's top critics of single moms.
Well, Cassie would have the world believe that she's...
Did you hear that, ladies? He was one of the top critics for single mothers. Top critics for single mothers. No, a lot of you thought it was Kevin Samuels. No, it was Donovan Sharpe first. So, no.
Always been this doting, dutiful, oh, you know what? No, Cassie West has been ran through. Cassie West was a single mom when she married David West. Cassie West chased bad boys. She's a Karen that was ran through like everybody else was a single mom. And this explains why this explains why David West is as weak as he is.
And it's not just that she has a kid, right? Whatever. It's
my thing is he really was out here spewing the rhetoric that if she's a single mother, she's ran through. That's crazy. Because last I checked, it only takes one time to have sex to get pregnant. It doesn't take 10 men to get pregnant. It only takes one man one time to get pregnant. One partner. Doesn't take multiple. So I was confused by that. That's crazy. So is his woman ran through?
With single moms, you have all these other problems and baggage and bad outcomes for the kids. This stuff's well documented. That's why the manosphere harps on it. And he joined in on that louder and more bombastically and ruder than anyone else.
They wanted you back when you were 22 and 23 and young and childless and hot. But when you're in your mid to late 30s, the bad boys don't really want you anymore.
You know, with the single mom thing, it's literally cucking yourself, raising another man's seed.
Not wanting to raise another man's kids with a woman who was sexually irresponsible, that's not immature. That's common sense, Adam. Using your resources on another man's offspring, believe it or not, that's fiscally stupid and is literally throwing away money. Because that relationship is going to end at some point because single mothers are... Adam, I don't know if you've heard this, but there's...
I want to put a little nightcap on this part here, right? Marrying a double post-wall single mom pushing 50 is everything the red pill and the general manosphere stands against. It's like selling get-rich-quick courses out of your mom's basement, living with your mama. It's pathetic, 100% total fraud. Look, man, if you go on the internet and someone claims that they were in the military, they won these awards, combat medals, Purple Heart, whatever, you would want to see evidence of that stuff, those claims, right? Especially if they're selling something, a book, a self-defense course, a gun, so whatever they're selling, right? These are serious claims. Same thing with fitness YouTube, right? Or fitness internet, content. If the guy says he can bench 500 pounds, 600 pounds, that's a lot of weight. You want to see him do that on video. You want to see evidence with your own eyes about his claim to authority and credibility and why you should listen to him. That's why he lied. He lied to get money out of your wallet, more money. The more he lied, the more money he got out of guys. Not just you, men like you, men who are hurt and wounded and looking for answers, looking for the truth in a world that hates them. And what did they do when you were looking for the truth and men like you? They lied to you.
My girlfriend literally works for me. She is on my payroll. She gets a paycheck stub. She has a W-2. She is an employee of Donovan Sharpe Incorporated. And the reason I want to point that out is because it wasn't easy for her, guys. I've known Dev now for 4 years. And dude, trust and believe, I made her work harder than any man has made her work ever. I made her prove for 18 months that she was on my program before I finally gave her that commitment.
And what's even crazier, which is why I told y'all, my male acquaintance, he said that the internet is for gay men and children. That's what he said. And it really stuck with me because I'm like, damn, gay men and... No, he said gay men and women. He said it's not for men and it's not for children. He said it's for gay men and women. That's it. That's all social media is supposed to be about. And we're going to get into why he says that, because I saw the Tommy Sotomayor, whatever his name is, go back and forth, and it was giving sassy, like it was getting clapped back. You know what I mean? And I'm like, ooh, why would you want to be out here looking like that? Because men don't do that. Not offline. They don't do all of that mouth. So it's weird seeing men go back and forth online. That ain't normal. I'm not normalizing that. Ladies, we are not normalizing men doing that mouth, that yapping. We're not normalizing that. We are going to stand firm on men. Real men are men of a few words, okay? Few. That means if they said it, they meant it, and they meant what they said. They're not going to repeat themselves. They said it once, and they one and done. It's it. That's done. But that yapping, oh, we're not normalizing that. Nope. I draw the line. Nope. Because that is sassy behavior. That is very sassy. So how is a woman supposed to take you serious as a man if you clapping back? That's not normal. We are not normalizing that. Social media, the internet is trying to normalize that, but that's not normal behavior from a man. They're not going to be yapping and clapping back at you and going back and forth. That's not normal. We are not normalizing that.
To reiterate, who another man finds attractive, not attractive, that's up to you, man. I'm not here to like play dick police. Some men like, tits on a stick. Other men like fat and chubby. It is what it is. The problem I have with Donovan is that he lied about all of this for years, right? Pretending he had some smoke show, hard nine, who was not a single mom, right? Porn star body, all this crap. He lied and lied and lied. It's men looking for answers. It also puts into question all his many years he spent on Roosh V forums and Return to Kings and YouTube, bragging about being a player and a slayer in Vegas, right? All this stuff.
And it's funny. Different people have different kinds of game. I'm a very high. This is why cocaine was my favorite choice, because I'm a high octane guy, man.
Right. Hey, Donovan, when are the cocaine tales coming out, bro? Oh Lord. I'll buy that. When are those tales coming out, bro?
Those can't be on YouTube.
I'm gonna end the story with this. There's so many crazy cocaine stories. I can't even tell you. I'm gonna tell you a real story.
Banging all these 9s and 10s and strippers and all this bullshit, right? That kind of shit. A lot of guys, and I believe with him based on what he's.
Baby, I told y'all these men don't be getting the booty, but y'all was like, Yoni, yes they do. Listen. I've bumped into enough players in my life to know he don't get the booty like that. I'm sorry. Let me show you what this man looked like. He didn't get the booty. He probably don't even know how to get panties wet just by having conversations with women. Okay. You telling me this man was out here in Vegas what was he doing? What was he doing? And he online fat shaming women? What was he out here doing in Vegas? This was him at 30. What was he out here doing in Vegas? I'm gonna just move on. I don't body shame because I just don't do that type of stuff. But I'm not blind though either. You know what I mean? So I can't believe y'all was out here taking this man's advice, like really believing that stuff. That's crazy. I'm just okay. Hold on, we gonna get into it. Let's just get through this one.
Said publicly about this kind of stuff, the stories of Vegas, right? The strippers. A lot of that's just trading cocaine and weed and shit for banging strippers. It's not impressive.
So I go to room 215. I walk into this hotel room at the Bellagio, and there is a blonde lying motionless on the ground. Lying motionless on the ground. Of course, I see the big pile of cocaine there. And I'm like, Kevin, what the fuck? He told me that they had hooked up. They were going to hook up. They were going to do some blow, and they were going to all this other kind of stuff. But he discovered that she went for his wallet, and that's when he accidentally hit her and knocked her out. He says, I think I killed her. Here's what really happened. What my friend Kevin used to like to do is he used to like to go to Backpage, and he used to proposition all the strippers and prostitutes. Hey, come to do some blow cocaine with me, and we'll have a good time.
That's 40.
That happens in a lot of major cities with guys who find these used up, trashy women, and they barter cocaine and weed and whatever else to have sex. Right? He's a simp. Ain't nothing impressive about that.
I had one of my other friends, Erica. She was over.
Because it sounded like he bought her. It sounded like he was paying for her services. No shade, but it do. It sounded like he was paying for her services. It didn't seem like he had that type of night because he pulled her from a club and he was able to get her with some game. It sounded like he purchased her. And it's not hard to purchase a prostitute in Vegas. It's not hard. And these men was sitting up on that panel eating it up. Let's go back. They was sitting there eating it up. Hold on.
And there is a blonde lying motionless on the ground. Lying motionless on the ground. Of course, I see the big pile of cocaine there. And I'm like, Kevin, what the fuck? He told me that they had hooked up. They were going to hook up. They were going to do some blow, and they were going to all this other kind of stuff. But he discovered that she went for his wallet, and that's when he accidentally hit her and knocked her out. He says, I think I killed her. Here's what really happened. What my friend Kevin used to like to do is he used to like to go to Backpage, and he used to proposition all the strippers and prostitutes. Hey, come to do some blow cocaine with me, and we'll have a good time.
No, he's talking about I think he's talking about his other friend named Kevin, not Kevin Samuels, but somebody else. I'm assuming. But man, I be trying to tell y'all, these men be simping offline. Okay, I'm not even. One of the Redpillers was in my DMs. I'm not gonna put his name out here, but he was simping. I was on my Instagram and he was simping in my DMs because he was watching my workout videos that I was posting on my Instagram story. And he was trying to talk to me, but he kept like sending hard eyes, like whenever I would post like a workout video or something like that. So like, listen, these men be big simping. If they see a woman that they're attracted to, please, okay? If you look at someone and you like, oh my gosh, I'm attracted to her, I really like her, of course they're gonna simp. Like, why wouldn't they? They're not gonna get the girl no other way. Now, the passport bros, they gotta go overseas because they have social issues. They have social issues. They don't have manners. They don't know how to talk to women. They don't have game. So they have to go to a foreign country because there's a language barrier. They don't have to abide by like certain cultural norms because that expectation won't be there for them because they're American. So I told the girls long ago, I wouldn't be mad about these men going to a foreign country. Like, let them have fun. But what we need to be talking about as women here in the US, sis, they coming back with diseases, sis. Yeah, they coming back with diseases. They coming back with STDs and shit. They got these STD rates just skyrocketing. So I hope you out here protecting yourself. Because that last passport bro, the crazy one, the one that was leaving the voicemail messages and things like that, he was trying to come back and sleep with who? The girl here in the US in Miami. So I hope y'all being careful out here in these streets. I hope y'all getting tested if you're being sexually active.
40. That happens in a lot of major cities with guys who find these used up, trashy women and they barter cocaine and weed and whatever else to have sex. Right? He's a simp. Ain't nothing impressive about that.
I had one of my other friends, Erica, she was over. And we had like, I think we had like a half of an 8-ball. We were just going to do blow and that's, you know.
I've dated and multiple strippers. I know several bouncers and DJs at several strip clubs in Vegas. I've had drinks with strip club owners on more than one occasion. Dude, I've done more blow with strippers than, I can't think of an analogy, but yes, this is what happens. When you walk back there, it's supposed to be quiet, okay? But it ain't. Listen, you guys here, listen, when you go back there, you straight up here, balls slapping ass. You hear?
Don't you have to pay for?
Dudes moaning and groaning, getting blowjobs. You hear the girls screaming and faking orgasms. That's where the real money is made. And I'm almost certain that's not just in Vegas. Kevin Samuel says yes, it is.
In my documentary, The Truth About Donovan Sharpe, I had to look at and examine, Donovan's real name, Edwin Alexander Hopkins Jr. I did that in part and ultimately after as well to look at his criminal factual history in Florida, North Carolina, and all these other states and stuff, right?
I'm about to pass out. Stop it. And he was out here getting who? He was out here getting who? That's why we having this meeting right now. Yup, that's why we doing this right now. Because I need y'all to stop listening to these clowns. I really do. Oh my gosh. Oh. And it's the audacity for me. It is the audacity. It's the audacity. Y'all gonna love this series because this is gonna be a series. We got some other people to get into. Wow. That's crazy. That is absolutely this. Wow. Wow. And he grown. Like he's 31 in the first photo, 32 in the second photo, 33. That's crazy. How old? 34. And he stay in trouble. Ooh, that's a mess. Let's continue though. Wow.
Because I wanted to look at his real history of who he was and who he was over a long period of time. Now, as a man, not necessarily, is your future determined by your past. You know, the Manosphere and 21 Studios, I'm all about personal transformation and personal change. You can change, but the reality is real change is hard. It is difficult. That's why most people don't do it. Now, the reason you look at that too is because you can build, this is what lawyers and law enforcement do, right? They look at a person's past to build a character judgment and evaluation of their future, right? What are they going to do over a long period of time? Donovan Sharpe, he never changed. Someone who commits fraud over a long period of time is probably going to keep committing fraud, which is exactly what he's done in the Manosphere. His history of fraud never stopped. It just evolved into the Manosphere and this fake alpha male, apex alpha male guru. It's all nonsense. Fresh and shit, fake and fraud, Rollery Tomasi, Soy Francis, Rihanna Stone, Richard Pooper, the MLD, the child stalker. These people are all frauds. They're all beta males. They're all bang nothing but fat women or no women, or they're 5-finger pussy, right? They don't do any of these things. They're single mom experts, especially Richard Pooper. They're bullshitters and con men trying to deflect from the truth. They don't want you knowing the truth, because the minute you do, and the minute you're a man enough to admit it and to face the truth and to face reality, you will stop giving them money. This has happened on Condonman's Patreon since I exposed him. He's had a 60% drop on his Patreon revenue and subscriber base. That was one of his main sources of income, if not the main majority source of his income. Exposing these frauds hits him where it hurts. That's why they lie about me and they defame me and they slander me and all this fucking crap, right? Anything to save their bank account. I fuck all that shit up because I don't give a fuck about your money, I don't give a fuck about your clout, I don't give a fuck about your drama. All I care about is the truth. And if you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself.
There are days where
Now, is this the real meal? Is this the real red pill? Is this the real? Is this the one? Is this the? Are these the real red pills? Like the ones with integrity? Is because do we have a good understanding of what red pill is? Because and I hope the ladies are taking notes. Yes, because we can't be allowing anybody in our space making us look like a contradiction either, or making us look like a fool. We got to be careful about who we are endorsing to advocate for us, especially if they're not out here walking the walk and talking the talk, because then they're going to make us look like a fool. And we're not going to be taken serious. Our issues are not going to be taken serious. Our voice is not going to be taken serious. So we have to be careful about that. Because if you're not going to be out here walking the walk and talking the talk, what are you doing? What is the reason for all of that? Oh, money, greed. That's it. No purpose, just money, greed. Got it.
it's sometimes, how can I put this? There are days where I question myself. Was I really Devin's first choice? These days don't happen often, but they do happen. Was she really, was I really Devin's first choice?
The Cuck Zero crew with the fraud father himself, Rollery Tomasi at the top, all these weirdos and beta males and gamma males and mangina chimpanzees and all this right? Look at them continue to prop Sharp up. It's been proven now beyond any shadow of a doubt. Not one of them will stand up and call out the truth and say, hey, Donovan f***ed up. I'm disgusted by what he did. I'm cutting ties immediately. They won't do any of that.
Dude, there's no such thing as a man who likes big women. No. A man who likes big women is just a man who can't get women who are in good shape. That's it. That's it. Myron Gaines said it best. You give a chubby chaser a blue check, 100,000 followers on Instagram, and a Lambo, and all of a sudden, doesn't like big girls so much. Men who
Yeah, excuse me. Excuse me. Y'all, I really be thinking these men, they be projecting. That's what they be out here doing, projecting on y'all. And y'all just be eating it up. Now listen, I'm all for taking care of yourself, improving your health. That is so important, and Black women particularly. Yes, it is important for you to improve your health, but who you're taking advice from is so important, because them just projecting their insecurities on you, that's not going to help you lose weight. So I don't like that. So be careful. Listen to them. But I can't believe be careful who you're taking advice from, because it may not be genuine. You want someone that's going to give you genuine advice when it comes to helping you level up and improve yourself. But this is not genuine. This is self-hate. He don't like the fact that he's a Black man. He doesn't like the fact that he's Black. And he also struggles with his body as well. And he's just projecting that on women. And then you're internalizing it. And it's like, no, like for you to really level up, like if you feel like there are insecurities within yourself that you want to improve or work on, you have every right to do that. But allowing someone to spew their insecurities on you to force you to level up, like that's just not how it's gonna. You can't hate yourself into change. You have to love yourself into change. So He's so wrong for this. He dead wrong. He just dead wrong. That's a mess.
For bigger women do so. That is what Rolla calls making their necessity a virtue. Well, the reason I date big women is because they're my type. No, they're not. No, you are just unattractive to women who are smaller than you. That's what it comes down to. All right.
Wait a minute. We gotta switch gears. His woman is not that small. Okay, so this is him proposing to his woman after he got exposed. This was like last year.
What's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharp. Coming to you live. There we go. Very good. Yeah, I'm about to. I'm actually getting ready to walk into the gym, and I'm just going to tell Devin we're going to get married. I'm not going to ask her. I'm just going to be like, "Hey, we're getting married." That's all there is to it. Hang on a second. What do you think, Chester? We good? All right. All right. So here goes. Go through the laundry room. Of course, Devin sucks at laundry. Hey. Hey. Hey, we're getting married. Yeah. You look overjoyed. Wave to the people. All right. That's it. All right. That's it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You just tell her. You just tell her it is what it is. Now, here's the deal. We're getting married, but we're not getting legally married. No way I would ever get legally married. We're going to do the private marriage thing, and I'll explain more on my live stream today at 3:30. Thanks for all the congratulations. You guys take care.
Listen, we going down a rabbit hole, y'all. It's a deep one, but my God, that is horrible. But yeah. Listen, I just don't understand why these men are so shallow. They're so shallow, but they have no right to be. They have no right to be. It ain't about the woman, right? Let's leave the woman out of it. It's about the man. It's like, why are you spewing so much shallowness on people and making them feel terrible about themselves? But you at home eating in front of a TV, most likely eating a big carb meal, and then you're spewing that self-hatred on an audience of people that are like really looking for answers. That's a mess. Be careful who you listening to online. That's not real help. That's shaming somebody into change. I don't believe in shaming someone into change. First of all, people have to want to change. But then secondly, like, you can't shame them into it. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. But I see why he ain't with a sister. We ain't gonna be dealing with this. I see why he ain't got a sister. He couldn't get one if he wanted to. He wouldn't be able to get a sister at all.
I am withholding sex from my girlfriend until she loses weight.
The fraud father, Rollery Tomasi, stole from original, older Redpiller content creators, guys who were better than him, guys who had firsthand real experience in the field, in real life, that he never got. He's a parasite and a plagiarist. He peddles it as his own original stuff.
The Book of Womanese Volume 1 drops are smaller than you. That's what it comes down to. All right. I am withholding sex from my girlfriend until she loses weight.
The fraud father, Rollery Tomasi, stole from original, older Redpiller content creators, guys who were better than him, guys who had firsthand
withholding sex from my girlfriend until she loses weight.
The fraud father, Rollery Tomasi, stole from original, older Redpiller content creators, guys who were better than him, guys who had firsthand real experience.
All right. I am withholding sex from my girlfriend until she loses weight.
Now, y'all, if we were to do that, oh my gosh, we deserve to get cheated on. So really? Okay. Oh, all right. That's interesting. All right. That's crazy.
Fraud father, Rollery Tomasi, stole from original, older Redpiller content creators, guys who were better than him, guys who had firsthand real experience in the field, in real life, that he never got. He's a parasite and a plagiarist. He peddles it as his own original stuff.
The Book of Womanese Volume 1 dropped this Friday, and it's only $16. 1/6. Get on the waiting list now.
Donovan did the same thing, stealing, his Womanese from the Book of Pook in particular. Famous old pickup artist, old Redpiller, right?
If you're dumb enough to give your money to a fat guy who claims he's a personal trainer, that's on you.
Yeah, girl, we just
If you're dumb enough
spectate.
to give your money to a homeless guy or a broke guy who's a financial advisor, that's on you, man. Fool me once, shame on them. Fool me twice, shame on me. The person fooled you the first time when you saw their lifestyle. The guy was broke, he was fat, out of shape, whatever the case may be. Guess what? At that point, if you still decide to hire that guy, that's on you, regardless.
For those of you who bought a course or a product or ebook or whatever from Donovan Sharpe, the Sharp father himself, you have every right to a refund because he sold it to you on false pretenses and false premises, right? He false advertised to you. He lied to you to get you to take out your credit card, push the numbers in on your laptop, your phone, or whatever, and give him money. He stole.
It make you wonder, right, Mia? It make you wonder. That's why I'm saying, like, a lot of these passport bros, they don't have good social interaction skills. They don't even know how they're coming across to people in an offensive way. They be just saying wild stuff. And then what makes it even worse is if they're sitting up online listening to someone like Donovan Sharpe, who does not get women. I don't care what this man says. That man ain't got no woman. I don't know how he got what's her name? Devin, his I don't even know if that's his wife, according to social media. I don't think they legally married, but he was never out here getting women. So if men who are really looking for guidance on how to approach women, and you're getting it from a man that never actually had to do that, he was just trying to look for somewhere to stay and he found a sucker and took a lick. You taking advice on how to get women from this guy, that ain't helping you in real life. So if you out here listening to someone and they're telling you to say rude things like, oh, I'm not having sex with you unless you lose weight. Like, you actually tell a woman that. Oh, man. It's a lot of anti-social people out here giving social advice, and it's not making any sense to me at all. It's not making any sense to me. Man, that's great. This is insane.
Stole from you. You have every right to go for a refund and a chargeback on all that shit. You have every right to report him to your state's attorney general for fraud and false advertising and all this crap. If he did this crap with a used car, rolled back the age of a car by 7 years like he did his wife, you go to jail for that in some states.
Last question. And we'll start with Dev. So let's say your best friend she's 38, right?
Okay.
And she is newly divorced. She has a kid, but the kid is probably 16, 17 years old. What would be your advice in terms of competing with younger, more attractive women? Because Allie has talked about this before. There are older women out here, older single moms who are out here out-competing younger childless women. So how would it, listen, I'm not saying this would be easy, but it is possible. So what would be your advice to your friend?
Well, okay. So does she have full custody of this child, or does she have shared parental?
Let's say she has a 50-50. Let's say
if
one
she's
week on,
50-50, then she's not a single mom.
Oh,
It's co-parenting.
Okay. Wait a minute, hold on. That makes sense because you're not a single parent at that point.
No, you're definitely not. You're no more single parent than if you were still married.
In conclusion, I don't hate Donovan as much as he hates me, or as much as he says I hate him and all this garbage, right? It's extremely amusing and funny and entertaining to expose and mock and ruthlessly make fun of this f***ing loser. Myself and 21 Studios as my company that I founded in 2007, we're here to set the record straight. They hate that I make these videos because they're true, not because they're false, because they're true.
Devin, let me get you into this conversation because I met you when you were 32. You are an older woman, quote unquote. Listen, Dev is 45. Devin is a 7. Her body, on the other hand, is an 8.5. Her body is an 8.5. Her body is an 8 on her worst day. On her best day, her body is a hard 9.
Now, listen, I don't see nothing wrong with going hard for your woman like this when it comes to her appearance. As a man, you should. But it's a contradiction with the shallowness that he spews on his platform. Okay? Yes, you should be gassing. And he's simping, right? Some would say he's simping. Oh, she's a hard 9. Really? Her body is a hard 9, but she's like a 7 or an 8 or whatever the hell he said. Now, you should be gassing her up like that. You should. That's your woman. You should be proud to have her on your arm. So you should gas her up. But it's a contradiction to the rhetoric that you've been out here spewing to women. And then ooh, y'all, we gonna get into it. We just wait. We gotta go back before we can go forward. We gotta go back.
Maybe even a little higher depending upon what she is wearing. And anybody who just take a stroll through my social media feed. Devin's got a hot bod. You guys know that. Do you want to know what else is humorous? Is that you're 47 and you think you look fabulous.
That to me is, listen, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're 47 and work your ass off, and I'm happy that you're confident. But at 47, you don't look fabulous, sweetheart. It was like that dude who called in the Red Man group, said that his girl was a 9, and then later on we found out she was 44 years old. We were all like, whoa, wait a minute. No such thing as a 44-year-old 9.
I misled my audience about Devin's age, but I did that for privacy purposes. Devin slept with a lot of guys, gentlemen. Devin has a high body count. You think I don't know that my own girlfriend has had sex with a lot of men? My results speak for themselves.
Thanks for watching this video. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about the video. I will read it and get back to you. Maybe leave a heart if you're lucky, right? And
That's crazy. That okay, let's go on. We gotta keep it moving. Okay, we showed that one. This one, ooh, y'all. So we gotta go to the wedding. So let me show you the wedding, girl. Because this is crazy. Here it is.
And I need to share the link. Copy the link. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I need to send it. Okay, guys, this is it. We are going to get married. I am now going to give the camera to our guy. Here we go. All right, we're live. No, you can turn it around. There you go. You ready? Let's go.
Was he shaking or am I tripping? Was he like really like? Let me go back because
Need to share the link. Copy the link. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I need to send it. Okay, guys, this is it. We are going to get married. I am now going to give the camera to our guy. Here we go. All right, we're live. No, you can turn it around. There you go. You ready? Let's go.
Oh, we going to hell, y'all. We going to hell. That's a
I don't know if that's not the most poetic thing ever, but a red pill wedding would be filmed upside down.
He did say turn it around. So I mean it is
you can't make this up. That is poetry. So this is literally titled A Red Pilled Wedding.
Now, listen, he took this foolishness down as he should, because I don't know who told him uploading this wedding video was a good idea. I looked for it, y'all. I could not find it. I think he either privated the video or he just completely took it down. Okay, so he seemed nervous, and I think that's why the camera is upside down and nobody notices. Y'all, this is a mess.
Okay.
I can't. All these high value men, and they still don't know how to not fucking invert this fucking video.
They don't know how to operate a camera.
I mean, I understand marriage isn't a big deal to you guys, but
that's a skit. That's a skit.
They look like they're in a hotel lobby.
That's a skit.
Okay.
It says orientation is locked here, too.
Yeah, you can't do it inside. And here we are, guys.
Yo, it's an L for the cameraman. It's an L for the editor.
No, that's a skit.
And he's edited his own wedding.
That's a skit.
All right,
that's a skit.
Okay, let's watch. Bruh, this would be a red pill wedding because everybody I saw who in that audience was just dude.
All right, guys. Welcome to our wedding. This is going to be a very sort of informal thing. There is no what do they call it? Officiant.
Y'all, I'm sorry. This is too much. It's too much. I'm not trying to ruin my makeup, okay? This is too much. I'm trying to hold back tears. My eyes is red as hell. Oh, I need a break. Got me crying with tears. Like, stop it. This is a mess. And y'all was sitting up here. These men, y'all should be ashamed of yourself sitting up here listening to this man. That's a mess. And ladies, please, after this series, because this will be a series, after this series, if you taking advice from a man online, I'm gonna just have to pray for you. Okay, that's all I got is prayers and sorrows. That is it. I don't have anything else to give, okay? I don't. Because all a man got to do is come online, set the vibe, turn on a microphone, and then he feels that he's someone. Yeah, this is a skit. I'm gonna just go with this is just a skit. I don't believe this is real at all. But I just can't believe he posted this after being exposed.
Pastor, yeah, I'm the officiant. Okay, I'm the officiant, and I run this. So we're going to exchange vows. She's got a few words for me. I've got some words for her. And then I will, by the power vested in me, Donovan Sharpe, she's your wife.
Got word for her. Would you want to be my hoe and only hoe for the rest of our lives?
Yeah, buddy.
The he loves people clapping. I refuse to believe that's family and friends. Because I don't care how cringy and Redpiller.
Yeah, wait till you see who in the crowd. Wait till you see who in the crowd. Just wait till you see who in the crowd.
You are. There is no way your family and friends would clap at that kind of speech. I think this guy paid people to be in the audience.
All right. Yeah, gas me up. Hey.
Go. All right. Ready?
I'm ready.
Each day, when we wake up, we choose one another. You have taught me that the rent is due every day and not to take things for granted.
The rent is due every day and to not take things for granted.
This is kid. Stop. You can shut this off.
Each day, when we wake up, we choose one another. You have taught me that the rent is due every day and not to take things for granted. A healthy garden takes watering, pruning, and attention in order to flourish. Thank you for demanding the best in me always. I promise to stand beside you, walk behind you, and be a reliable source of peace for you.
I promise to stand beside you, to walk behind you, and to be a reliable source of peace for you. Okay, that's nice words. I like that.
I promise to show you my love through my actions, words, and thoughts. Together our lives are great, and the sky is the limit. I love you, and I'm happy to be with you. Really is.
Real words, baby. Cindy, it's been a hell of a ride. And the way we met was very unorthodox. Our relationship is very unorthodox. You're wearing a wedding ring now because...
Yeah, I found out you were a single mom, and I still got with you, even though I think getting with single moms is a waste of time. And I've been lying to everyone about the fact that you're a single mom. It's been a wild ride. It's crazy how much we've been lying about who you are and what you've done, how your age, everything else, because you're actually much older than I originally thought. I lied because I have an image to maintain.
Because, well, there you go. You've been learning for 7.5 years. But, like I said, I bring out the best in you, but you make me happy. You really do. I was happy before you.
You know what I thought he was going to say? I think he was going to say, I bring out the best in you, but you don't really bring out the best in me. I do that myself. I bring out the best in me. I bring out the best out of you, and because listen, I don't really need you.
That's crazy.
I just need my homies, because men and women can't be. I don't know. Just
do the homie.
Y'all, I have never in my life. Y'all, this is insane. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I really hope Black women heal for real. I really do. I hope you heal and stop allowing these men to trigger you. Okay, you are allowing these type of men to trigger you, sis. That's embarrassing. That is so freaking embarrassing. That's why I'm like, stop letting these clowns trigger you. Okay, just ignore them. They don't get attention in real life. They only get it online. And then they get it from you when you get triggered and get upset. And it's like, this is who you're getting triggered over. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But the video that I'm going to show you later, I was actually very proud of this girl. And I'm going to show you here in a sec. But Yeah, like just don't pay them any attention at all. Just don't. Just don't. Don't give them your energy. Could you imagine? That's why we are going to go down the rabbit hole. We need to stop giving these men our energy because this is who we giving it to. Even our anger and our triggers. It ain't even worth it.
That's what it makes me think of.
Learning for 7.5 years, but like I said, I bring out the best in you, but you make me happy.
I like how it started with you. I bring out the best in you. It sounded like he was about to compliment her, and he went, "No,
and then it doesn't."
That's crazy.
I make you better, stupid.
I was happy before you, and if you and I decide to part ways for whatever reason, I'll be happy without you.
I don't care what nobody says. There's never a day in life where you can convince me this is not the most loserish shit ever. You want to love the woman that you love and share.
I'm taking bets. How much do you think she be paying for everything? Like, how much of everything do you think she be paying for? Like everything, or do you think she just be paying the rent? Because he has a criminal past, that means he owe money, and it's fraud. So I'm taking bets. Do you think it's all of the financial responsibility? Do you so 100%, or do you think it's like 85, 75%? And he like pitch in every now and then. Like, I'm taking bets, y'all. I want to know. So that the bet is either 100%, 80%, 50%. Which one do you think it is? Let's take some bets. I'm gonna go with 80%. I'm gonna go with 80%. I think he made. Shoot, I don't know, y'all. You know what? I'm gonna have to go up. I'm gonna have to say 100%, 98%, something. I don't think he contributes that much at all. I don't believe it for one bit that he contributes the most. I don't. And the reason is because this woman had to file for bankruptcy and everything like that. So how did she end up? I know for a fact he didn't get with her and she didn't pay for nothing. I don't believe that for one sec. I don't believe that for a sec at all. With his financial issues, hell no. I don't believe that. So I feel like she definitely, we gonna all agree on 90%. I can agree with 90%. I definitely think she's a sugar mama in the situation. Ain't no way. So no, with his criminal past, he ain't footing too much. His name probably ain't on a lot of stuff. We can start with that. His name is not on a lot of stuff, not with a criminal past like that. No way. So I would even be surprised if he has a checking account, to be honest.
There are these kind of weird vows, and that's fine. Doing this for content, doing a Q&A after.
And the reason is because he's committed fraud. So to have a checking account and you have committed fraud like that, I'm going to assume it's hard for you to even get a checking account. So I think even the bank account, if he does make a certain income, it goes to her account. I think because I don't think he could get a checking account. Something, they got something. Just no, I think there's some sugar in that tank though. He's giving, well, which one? She's the sugar mama. So I guess, yeah, she's giving the sugar to him, I guess.
The words were doing vows where you're essentially like, yo, I was happy before you, and I'm gonna be happy after you. It's like, holy
but
shit.
I'm happy about the way you made me happy because I made you. That's great. That's a crazy bar. I was happy before you. I'm gonna be happy after you.
Yo,
but I'm happy to be with you because I made you. Where you going?
Yo, deadass. When red pill dudes do marriages, I feel like it got to be like this. Yo, listen, I'm killing it.
Did you bring a whole lot?
I'm killing it, baby.
Did you bring a whole?
I made you. I did everything. Hey, look at me. I marry me, baby. I pronounce us me and me.
Are we not supposed to think this isn't narcissism? Like, isn't that what narcissism is? I know a lot of people are like, that's an overused term. But I mean, like, when we actually are facing what it looks to be narcissism, can we just call it what it is? Because what? And listen, we should just call this a narcissistic series at this point, because when I get to the saint in the center, oh, we gonna get to the saint in the center. Oh my God. You can't tell me, listen. You know it's bad when men are calling another man a narcissist. I've never seen anything like it in my life. You know, I was over there in the wild and I had stumbled across this docu-series about Satan the Sinner, and he was getting exposed, and there were men in the comments calling him a narcissist. I have never seen men use that term ever. So I was like, damn, this is really bad. So wait till we get to Satan the Sinner, because I was like, oh, wow. And he really is one, because, oh, girl, that situation is even worse. This is nothing.
For eternity. You wasn't about to kiss yourself?
I kiss myself every night. How can I not? You ever catch a mirror and catch a reflection? When you a red pill man, you got to love it. Hey. Blue pill beta bitches.
And I've never really had someone like you. I really haven't. I'm glad that I made you into the woman you are today, and I'm glad that you continue to hold that standard. Success is really, really cool to have, to be financially successful, but it's much, much sweeter when you have someone like you to share it with. And so, by the power vested in me, I pronounce us man and wife.
Did he say man and wife? Did he say that?
Yeah. Because he's a man.
Because he doesn't want to be a husband?
No. Because that would be simpish.
Y'all, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Logic. No?
But if that's your wife, then you're her husband. I don't even understand that.
No.
Really, really cool to have, to be financially successful, but it's much, much sweeter when you have someone like you to share it with. And so, by the power vested in me, I pronounce us man and wife. Okay, so now that we're officially married, I guess we'll take.
Y'all see Pearl in the background? This her future. This is Pearl's future right here. Did y'all see her in the back? Oh, she got exposed too, so we gonna be watching her docu-series about her expose as well. Oh, we going through all of them. All of them. The one, they were out here terrorizing people. And now all their business is out here on the front street. You best believe I'm gonna be watching and looking and seeing what's going on. So, yeah, this is Pearl's future.
Questions from the audience. We're gonna do 10 minutes of questions, then we're gonna.
It's a skit. No questions at the end of your wedding.
Woo.
Anybody got questions? Yo, when is the last time you banged? Other question. Is she gonna be your only one? No.
I think this is his viewers. I think this is an event he runs with his viewers.
Probably. That I can get behind that. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I will say this is innovative. I have never heard of a wedding with a Q&A. But in this content-driven world, even this is not surprising. I mean, if y'all niggas hate marriage so much, then just don't do it. I don't understand this. Like, okay, jokes aside and laughing at how stupid this guy looks. Like, red pill dudes complain about marriage all the time. I would never get the state involved, yada, 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 yada. Okay. Then what's the point of y'all getting married? You guys are not getting married in a religious context. You're not getting married in a governmental context. What the fuck? You're not even getting married in front of friends and family to like see families united. You're doing this in front of subscribers. What the fuck is the point of this? Are you to announce your wife?
What's the point? To
your audience? Just tell her she's your wife and that's it.
Well, the only thing is just that.
This is crazy.
I don't know. It's their universe. So you're presenting your wife.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, let's move on. Now, let's get into the audacity of this man, because that's why we all came here. Okay, where's the audacity? Let's look at this one more time. Okay, that's really the audacity for me. Okay, let's go back. Okay, is it this one? Okay, here we are. Okay. The video is titled "Women Should Wait Till 30 for Marriage?" Donovan Sharpe grills.
Yo, whoa! No.
I have not been in a relationship since my divorce. However, I've dated. Just not the connection that I need to.
Are you guys friends? Like her? Are you friends?
No, we never met anybody here.
You should be friends. So yeah, that's the same thing. I know she's got better boobs than you, but I'm sure we can work on that, right?
I mean, they're fake too, but you know.
Oh no, hers look really nice. What about
I didn't go to Colombia. I came to America.
Fair enough.
Go ahead.
I was married as well.
Okay.
For 3 years. That shit didn't work out. I got married too young.
Oh, there we go.
What
age did you get married? Well, yeah, there you go.
I was 21.
Why do you say you got married too young?
That's way too young.
I mean,
hold on. Who said that's way too young?
Me. I got married at 20. First time.
Why is that way too young?
Because you don't even know yourself to get. You need to date yourself in order to date someone.
Real fast, let's get up just so I know. Raise of hands if you guys think 21 is too young to get married. Raise of hands if you think. Just so we get the temperature on the room.
100%.
Okay, so a majority of the women, there you go. The majority of the girls think it's too young. I'm sorry, so you can continue on and say why.
You need to date and figure out who you are before you date.
That is.
Before you pick a partner.
All right. Yeah, that's no. Ladies, yeah. Ladies, if there are any women watching this, all two of you watching, due respect. That's the worst advice you could ever give.
You know what's so amazing when it comes to men that are like this? All they do is project what they wish they could do at 21 on women who are 21, and getting ass is not hard for us. So in their mind, they think that the women at this table are saying, oh no, I need to find myself. I need to go through a bunch of different men, because that's how they process finding themselves as males. They don't believe that a woman can reserve and practice sexual discipline to truly find herself through celibacy. Which is why I tell you all the time, like, if you're truly a virgin, it doesn't matter. You want to know why? Men don't believe you. So keep it to yourself. There's nothing to be ashamed about, nothing to be embarrassed about, nothing. You don't have to disclose that information with every man out here, because they won't believe you anyway. Why? Because they project what they can't do on you. So keep it to yourself. So that's all men are doing. They can't phantom in their mind a woman who's 21, young and beautiful. She can't exercise sexual discipline. No, because they wouldn't be able to do that if they had access to the women that they could get access to. So they're just projecting on women. That's all they're doing. So I don't believe a 21-year-old woman knows herself enough to truly be ready for marriage, in my opinion. I really do think
is to tell
that when it comes to marriage, young marriages, I believe in young marriages because I come from a young marriage. My parents got married when they were like 23 or something like that, but they met when they were like 14. So they got married very, very, very young. So I believe in marriages when they're younger. I do. But you have to be willing to grow with a person, and you're able to create space in that relationship where you're allowing that person to grow and to change over time. And if you get married young and you're not dedicated to the growth and the change over time within the relationship, both respecting each other as individuals, it's not going to work. So I think a lot of these women were in marriages where there wasn't a healthy median within their marriage, where they were able to learn themselves while also being married to someone else. They got married and then that was it. There was no growth within that relationship. There was no fruit being bared within that relationship. So it died. And then they didn't really know themselves like that. So if you get married young, I feel like the thing that you're really committing to is growth, change. But then again, will you like the person once they go through that process? That's what you really got to ask yourself. Will you still like that person? Will they change for the better, or do they change for the worse? But change is definitely part of a young marriage.
Young, attractive women to date around before they get married, because
Date
what
themselves. I said date yourself.
Right.
No, but
To get to know yourself
that's
before you
bull.
pick a
Dating yourself,
partner.
that doesn't mean anything.
No, that's
No, no. What are you? You're in a relationship.
You know, listen, in the black and brown community, you know how much trauma we have to heal from.
Here we go. What does
before we
trauma have to do
date?
with dating yourself?
What do you mean? We watch our parents divorce
Okay, I
and
need you to.
treat them.
If you didn't eat breakfast today, would you
I
feel
ate-
a little funny?
No, I ate everything
Okay,
today.
perfect. So now I know you're operating in logic. Here's where I disagree. I didn't ask about logic, or I didn't ask about the trauma. I asked, what exactly is dating yourself? Are you in a relationship with yourself? Like, what? To me, that's just a bunch of bullshit
It's
that women.
figuring
Hold on.
out what
It's
you
just
like.
hold on. There you go. Women like to say, I'm gonna fuck a lot of guys in a lot of different ways. They say, I'm dating myself. I'm figuring things out. I need to find out who I am. Ladies, this is bad advice because you're 18 years old right now. You're probably about maybe 2 years from being at your peak sexual market value, but if you took her advice, you would probably end up like her. Due respect.
Can I interject?
Yes, please.
End up like her. Isn't that the type of woman you married? It's the audacity. It's the audacity. Isn't that the woman that you married? Is that not the woman that he married? This woman right here, the one in the red top. I think she said that she was like 44 maybe, and she looked damn good for 44. Oh my gosh. So what is he talking about? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how was he even allowed on this platform to have this discussion at all when he did the complete opposite? And then trying to tell them as if it's an ultimatum for them to live their life that way. I don't get. You didn't pick a woman like that.
Because I definitely respect where you're coming from, but I think what she's saying in retrospect, I think what she's saying in retrospect is to really get to know yourself, identify with yourself, to like literally know before you put that energy onto another human.
Yeah, that's just a bunch of
not
again,
necessarily.
Yes,
I think
it is.
fairly,
There's no necessarily about it. When you listen, you already look. Women will say I gotta know myself. You can get to know yourself in a relationship.
Absolutely.
For an example, okay, because we need to teach these men what it means to be sassy and why you keep getting called sassy by women. Let me show you where the sassiness was, okay? Because he's having a discussion. All right, cool. But I think it was like right here.
Necessarily about it. When you listen, you already
you put that energy onto another human.
Yeah, that's just a bunch of
not necessarily.
Yes,
I think
it is. There's no necessarily about it.
He said there's no necessarily about it. Why do you need to add in there's no necessarily about it? That's a clapback. That's what women do. It's like, y'all, these men are changing into women before our eyes and they can't even see it. There's no necessarily about it. We don't need that extra mouth. Just talk straight. Talk straight up. You are a man. You are not a woman. That extra mouth. Listen, women, we're good at this because that's all we have. That's all we have. That's our defense. You as a man having all that extra mouth, it don't make no sense to me. It don't make no sense to me. It don't make no sense to me. Oh, there's no necessarily, but just talk straight. Like, just get to the point. We don't need all that extra mouth. That's what's sassy. And then I'm gonna have to check your refrigerator and see what type of meat you eating. Because if you're not eating the non-GMO, that explains where the sassiness is coming from. You need to check your meat to see if there are extra hormones in your meat that you're consuming, or are you eating fast food? What is it? Because that extra amount, that's not normal. That's a girl PMSing. That's not normal. That's why women are saying sassy. And I'm not saying this to be disrespectful. I'm saying it because I think men are confused. Like, why are women calling me sassy? I don't think they really know why women are calling men sassy. That's why. Just talk straight. Just be direct. Be straightforward. Just get to it. That extra stuff, that's crazy. So let me. That's 27. So it's probably like right in here.
It's a bunch of
not necessarily.
Yes,
I think
it is. There's no necessarily about it. When you listen, you already look. Women will say I gotta know myself. You can get to know yourself in a relationship.
Absolutely.
But what a lot of women do, they use I gotta get to know myself as an excuse. Hold on, I'm not saying you, but women like to use different language. Just like her, I said, hey, have you ever been? Oh, I haven't been in a relationship in 7 years, but I have dated around. Listen, when I was single for 7 years, I was sleeping around too. Like, it is what it is. I'm not going to judge anybody about it, but let's call a spade. Getting to know yourself is simply being honest with yourself.
Who was sleeping around? Who was out here sleeping around? Who was out here sleeping around? Who was out here, y'all? It's delusional. I be trying to tell y'all, these men are delusional. They be talking about women are delusional. Women. Who was he sleeping with? I would say come forward, but no, I wouldn't even say come forward because, girl, that's embarrassing. Who was he out here sleeping around with? No way. No way. And it's not about size. It's not about size, because he could be a smooth talker. Smooth talkers get panties. It's not about size and looks and all of that. But he don't even give me smooth talker. He doesn't give me a guy that has a little Casanova to him. It's not giving that. So who was he out here sleeping around with? That's crazy.
Yourself. You know what you want and you know what you don't want. There's no need for a woman for a young attractive woman to put off marriage for any reason, especially not these, well, you got to know yourself. That makes absolutely zero sense.
It doesn't even mean know yourself. And I respect hearing the man's perspective, but I just think as when you're young, you're learning your own identity. So you're knowing like what pushes your buttons, you know what what feeds you, what interjects you. Like literally, I feel like that's just like learning who you.
Baby, you talking to the wrong man. He don't know nothing about finding himself. He doesn't know himself at like, what is he, 40? He doesn't know. You're talking to a man that does not know himself at all. He didn't go through real change. So because he didn't go through real change, he doesn't know himself. He come online pretending to be something that he's not. So you think that's a man that know himself? He don't know himself. That's why I need the girls. I need y'all to get off these platforms because y'all giving these men content. Are they paying you, sis? Like I need the girls to start charging. He wants you to come to the platform to give him content. I don't care. You could just be a woman. You don't have to have a large following. Just be a woman. And he's asking you to go on his platform. How much? Because I'm not coming on no platform for free. If you gonna do it, but you wasting your time talking to a man like that, he ain't going through no process of trying to find himself. He's pretending to be something that he's not. So, wait, I understand exactly what she's talking about. But that's all of what she's saying is personal development to become your best self so that you will be ready for marriage. So that you're not entering marriage in a very naive way. You're entering marriage in a way to where you have a high level of self-awareness and you know yourself. So, but he don't know nothing about that. He doesn't have self-awareness. He doesn't even have social cues that he needs in order to socialize in a way to where he doesn't come across as weird or awkward.
Let me ask you. This is what I'll do. I'll go around the table and have. It's fine. No.
Okay, that's what you like.
We're gonna go around the table and have, because the majority of you actually believe that women should wait to get married. They shouldn't get married in their 20s. I want you all to tell me specifically why you raise your hand that women should wait to get married. Go ahead. We'll start with you and then work our way back this way.
Okay.
Well, give us one main reason.
The one main reason?
Yeah, just one.
Just one, please.
You need to set your professional life before. You cannot depend on a man.
Set professional life. Okay. What about you? Why should
I didn't raise my hand.
You didn't? Okay. You did. Why should girls wait?
That makes sense.
I agree with what Monet said as far as you need to self-discover first. I feel like a lot of people get into a relationship with somebody and they don't know who they are. And that
wait, so all of these girls on the platform, they come on here because they have OnlyFans? Is that right? All of them that's up there right now, they all have an OnlyFans? Girl, that man don't have no. Wow. I didn't know that. I did not know that. But why? Okay, that's a deep dive too. Why would you want these men? And listen, we talking about a type of man. They're the weirdos, okay? They're the ones that don't leave their house for the most part. Like, they probably live at home with their mama, or they just be online all day. They probably don't have a job or nothing. They just at home in a dark room. Why would you want them to subscribe to your OnlyFans? Like, that's why I know I can't do sex work. I can't do it. I cannot do. I wouldn't want them creepy men watching me. Oh, because it's the creepiest. We talking about like some creepy creeps. You know, there's creeps outside when you walk outside, but we're talking about like really creepy. I don't know about that. That's crazy. Okay, I didn't know that. That's interesting. I still don't think that's enough, but I guess maybe they tip good. I don't know. That's interesting.
Causes a lot of rift within the relationship because this person is trying to figure out themselves and this person is trying to figure out themselves. If you're 21 and you don't even know what you want to do in your career, how could you really establish a relationship, a real, true, loving relationship with anybody if you truly don't know how to love yourself the same way you're trying to love somebody else?
So you need self-discovery and career discovery.
Right.
Okay.
You go, girl. Of course.
What about
yes.
you? You raise your hand too.
Baby.
Why is it too young? Why is a girl getting married too young a problem? One reason. Go ahead.
No, I changed my mind.
That's smart.
I have that effect.
That's smart. So you changed your mind.
She changed her mind.
I didn't raise my hand.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
sure
You didn't raise your hand.
Yeah.
You gave your reason why. You said for also self-discovery too, right? Anything else you want to add to that?
But I don't think it's a bad thing to even have those moments where you fuck up and you meet the wrong
Oh
person.
no, that
or
is
the right
absolutely
person.
bad. That is all bad. When you fuck up and meet the wrong person, that gives you
No,
trouble.
I'm trying to be liberal.
I understand.
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
Cali shit right
No,
now.
no, let me get all the answers and then you can
What
respond.
I'm saying
Okay,
is,
so she's
and
saying
please
fine
don't
that.
take what I'm saying because I'm
She doesn't,
very
and I
liberal.
really need you to stop talking when the host tells you to stop talking. Can you do that for me, please? Thank you.
So you just said just meet the wrong person, and you think that's good? Meeting the wrong.
Y'all, this is why I stay in my echo chamber, because no way. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely. Right. Okay. Ain't no way. Nope. Like they over here having a conversation. Why are you singling her out? Because she's the one speaking? That's crazy. Yeah, they definitely want unhealed women. And that's why I'm saying, like, the girls don't want to heal, but it's like, girl, that's how you beat patriarchy. These men don't want you to be accountable. They don't want you to be accountable because then they wouldn't get access to you. You want to know why? You would hold yourself accountable so good to the point where you wouldn't give them access. So whenever these men talk about accountability, they're just trying to manipulate you and shame you so they can get access. That's their form of accountability. That's not real accountability. Real accountability would be to avoid men like this. You wouldn't even deal with men like this. That's why they really don't truly want you to be accountable. They just use accountability as a shaming tactic to manipulate you so then they can get easy access to you. But real accountability would actually mean you would avoid these creeps, these weirdos. You would avoid them at all costs. That's why you can't listen to men when it comes to accountability, because it's just manipulation. Real accountability is, oh, I'm not dealing with him. I'm not sleeping with him. I'm not having his kids. He don't make enough money. He couldn't provide for a family of 4, a family for 5. So why would I give him a child? Why would I even marry somebody like that if I want children? It doesn't make sense. They don't want you to be accountable. That's why I couldn't believe, like, the girls was coming at me sideways talking about Yoni Red Pill. No, sis, because Red Pill accountability is not real accountability. It's manipulation. They don't want you to be accountable. So 2 things that you could do to fight against patriarchy: healing and accountability. Healing and accountability. And then you cannot be naive. You cannot be naive. If you really are serious about fighting patriarchy, heal, because they want damaged women. They want you to be naive, damaged, unhealed. You don't love yourself. You don't know yourself. They don't want you to be self-assured at all. And then they want you to be naive, so you can't be naive. You can't fight a man, so it's imperative for you to outsmart men. And then lastly, accountability is going to also cut down the access that these men can have to you. And that's all they want. They want access. They don't want commitment. They want access to women. That's it. So if you do all of that, you're fighting against patriarchy just like that. And you don't even got to leave your house. Okay? So healing will come with boundaries. Healing would come with accountability. Healing would come with self-reflection, self-actualization, self-awareness. It would come out everything they don't want you to have, because if you have those things, you wouldn't be able to easily get manipulated. So their accountability is not real accountability. It's just manipulation. That's all. They just call it accountability.
People and identifying those people.
No, I just think that lives. So
That's
if
literally
you
what
have
you just
to-
said.
Can we go continue?
Do your thing, Monet.
All right, life. So what does that mean? Can you tell me what that means?
Speaking to the mic, please.
I don't like confrontation very much.
She's
what
trying
I'm
to
saying
do a
is,
side jab there. It's all right.
oh,
Okay, let's
okay. What
Right,
I'm
life
saying
lives, what do you mean
is,
by that?
if life and they happen to have that moment where they meet that person, that's okay. But what I'm saying is, oh, is that close enough?
Hey, y'all.
Yes.
Okay. Voice definitely doesn't sound like that. Thank you. So
Oh
what
my
I'm
God,
saying
this
is,
chick.
why I gotta be the chick?
Okay. Just answer the question, please. I'll shut up. Just please.
I'm not gonna answer because this is his show, so I'm gonna pass.
Okay, just please answer. So you said self-discovery and then life. Can you please explain what life means?
I just don't think it's a right or wrong. I just feel like at the end of the day,
so all experience is valid.
Absolutely. That's all I was saying. I don't want no trouble.
Okay. All right. What about you?
Thank you.
Why do you think women should wait to get or not get married when they're in their 20s?
I feel like not just women, men and women need to heal before they enter into any relationship.
Girl, that side eye she was giving, that's me, girl. Because I would have been like, the hell? Like, what is it? Oh, I can't do it, y'all. I can't go to spaces where women are not respected. This is a space where women are not respected. And that's so important to me. Like going to a male's platform and he doesn't respect women just does not make sense to me in my mind because I have self-respect. I would never subject myself to an environment like that when I know the men in this space don't respect women. Why would I allow myself to be disrespected in that way? So once I see that men don't respect women on their platform, you won't see me on there. Like, that's crazy. Nope. So they don't respect women and they're trying to get content, but like silence them at the same time.
Relationship.
Right.
Okay,
Heal
so you
from the
think-
past trauma, from their past relationships. A lot of times people break up to go into another relationship without even
So
healing.
both genders should wait.
Absolutely. Should heal. Right. Both genders should heal.
What if they don't have trauma?
You are talking to a group of men that don't see anything wrong with them. Okay. They got mommy issues. They want a woman that's like their mother, but they have mommy issues because some of them were raised by single mothers, but they still want a woman like their mother. And then they want a woman that will cater to them sexually in a way, but still be somewhat of a second mom to them, a surrogate mother to them. It's weird. So she's having this serious conversation in a space where men don't respect healing. They don't respect therapy. They don't respect finding yourself or anything like that, which is why I refuse to have conversations with men who start conversations off with, well, what do you bring to the table? Nothing I say will be worth what this man is looking for. So there's no point in having the conversation. There's no point in having this conversation about healing and both genders should heal because they don't believe that they need to do that. So as a woman, right, and you see, you got to read people and you got to read situations. Having a conversation with men like this is not worth it because their whole objective is to undermine what you're saying. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can say all the right things. You say everything right. It does not matter because at the end of the day, their objective is to undermine what you're saying, to be right, because they just want to be right. So they're going to sit up here and try to make it seem like there is no value in healing, working on yourself, and doing personal development. I mean, do you think Fresh really worked on himself? Doubt it. You think Myron really worked on himself? Doubt it. And we're not talking about money and the gym. We're talking about actually working on themselves on the inside to be better men. No, they have not done that. So because of that, this conversation is just a waste of time.
Trauma, so they don't have anything to heal from.
So they can go into a relationship.
Oh,
That's great.
well, how about that? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll say more specific.
I know Myron lying because the way that man get triggered and the way he just start going off on people when he get triggered, you can't tell me he ain't got some type of trauma, some type of PTSD of some kind.
Specifically for women. So you're saying women need to heal first. Let's assume they didn't grow up in a fucked up household or anything like that. And they grew up in a two-parent household, nice stable home.
It doesn't matter.
Good dad, good
I'm
father,
a celebrity hairstylist. Let me tell you one thing. You can have lots of money and be in a destructive household.
Yes. I said
So
stable.
it doesn't
I
matter.
said stable.
That.
I didn't mean like the stable can mean a multitude of different things. You can grow up poor, right, and still come from a stable household.
Absolutely.
So
And what was the first thing that Myron wanted to point out when it comes to never having any issues when it comes to trauma and having a childhood traumatic household? Money. He really thinks that's the answer to everything. And that's what I'm saying. I feel so bad. I feel bad for the people that really think money is going to make everything in your life just better. I feel bad for the people like that because, listen, you've already been disappointed when it comes to life. And once you go from your childhood to adulthood, that disappointment really starts to hit. So from the age of 18 and then 25, you have your quarter life, midlife crisis or whatever like that. It really starts to hit in how much they lied. But they also lied because you think money is going to be the answers to all of your problems. And once you get that money that you think you need in order for it to be the answers to all your problems, you will once again be disappointed. And I pray to God, I don't know what age that will be when you figure that out. But that's when you lose hope because you have nothing else to look forward to because you've gotten everything. And the money still didn't make it didn't give you all the answers. It didn't make you as happy as you thought it would. So a lot of people are experiencing that, especially celebrities, people who have had fame, lost it, got it back again, whatever. Money creates happy memories. Money does not create a happy life. It creates a stable life, but it doesn't create a happy one. It creates happy memories. It's just like an orgasm, sex. It could create a very enjoyable moment, but that moment is just a moment. It doesn't last. And that's the thing. If money could last to a point where every day you could just wake up happy at every turn within your day, like at every moment within your day, then yeah, but that's not real. That's not real. That's how it was sold to you. So you will work harder and be in hustle culture and be in that rat race, but like it's not actually real. The only way you can make yourself happy is deciding to be happy. It's not money though. It's not. I'm sorry. Money can create stability. Money can create a happy, safe, warm home, cool home in the summertime, but like it's not going to make you happy. Happiness is an emotion. Happiness is an emotion. So if you can somehow apply that money to your emotion, and after you have your fun, you're new to money, you're spending, you're buying things, that shit gets old after a while. Then what? What's the next thrill after that? You have to find it. You would have to find another thrill. That's why you be seeing people get hooked on drugs once they start making money. You see people out here struggling with certain things and things like that because the thrill to get the money they got. And now that they have the money and they can do all of these things, where are they going to get another thrill? If that's what they were relying on to make them happy, they have to go find it. So they tend to like fall victim to like drugs, alcohol, sex. You know, we hear about all these celebrities being in like these sex rings and things like that. It's because they're looking for their next thrill. They got the money. And then us regular folks, we like, so why the hell would that? Why are all rich folks into the weird shit? It's because they want another thrill. They think happiness is money, and it's not. And now that they know that, they're looking for something else because they have the money.
Asking is, let's assume that the girl came from a stable household. She doesn't have trauma. She doesn't necessarily need to heal the way that you're saying. Should she still get married young or no? You still disagree with that?
I believe that's an opportunity, but it's very rare that 20-year-old, 18-year-old girl is ready for marriage.
Okay. And you would say healing trauma, anything else? Why? They need to wait? Just trauma?
In my Black and brown community,
In general.
they need to wait, period. Just period.
Right. Or what about you?
So I never said that like marrying young was a bad thing. It's only a bad thing if you're married to the wrong person, I feel.
Okay. Yeah. So you think it's appropriate for women to get married young? They just need to make sure it's the right guy.
It has to be the right guy. It has to be the right guy that's like a.
So you're okay with marrying young then?
Yeah.
You just didn't work out in your situation.
Yeah, he wasn't a leader at all. He wasn't the way he needed to be. Not dominant. He didn't have any.
You were the boss?
I wasn't the boss. It's just that he tried to be the boss too hard. He was too controlling, and then he was broke too. So
no, that's the reason you broke up. It's because he was broke.
No, not just so that.
All right, go ahead, Donovan. Now that you know the reasons, so you got a bunch of.
Not the man that was out here saying that he was going to withhold having sex with his wife because she needed to lose weight. I know we're not talking about the same man. See, this is what be making me mad when it comes to these men is they'll sit up here and talk about a woman's appearance, weight, and everything. But when the pockets ain't matching that mouth that you got, it don't be making no sense to me. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. So I'm assuming that a man that would withhold having sex from his woman that he's married to or he's with at the time or whatever, I'm assuming you got the pockets to match that. You got the cheese to go with that attitude. And a lot of y'all don't be having the cheese to go with that attitude. So if she left this man because he was broke, and you're telling her that she need to marry young because of her beauty and everything, why in the hell would she stay with you when you broke? That's crazy. So that's what I'm saying. That shallowness that they be spewing is a contradiction. You cannot have it both ways. That's crazy. And so what I see with men and women, you want their beauty. That is what you want, their youth, you want their beauty, everything like that, right? Well, their expectation is for you to offer them stability. They're young. They don't have it together like that financially. So if you're not willing to offer that, then they shouldn't marry you. They shouldn't marry young at all. But it's crazy. They want a young 21-year-old with a broke man sitting at home doing what? Like what? She could be outside having fun with her friends. Delusional. That's what's delusional about it. That's what's so delusional. That's why men need to date and they tax bracket. And it's just that serious. And I'm tired of women feeling like, we need to tiptoe around men when it comes to their money. They not tiptoeing around us when it comes to their looks with these rating systems, when it comes to our beauty and shit like that. So stay in your tax bracket. You can't afford a 23-year-old. It's that simple. You cannot afford a 23-year-old. You need to date in your tax bracket. And then depending on the woman, if she's well seasoned, you probably can't even afford a 30-year-old. Because she probably will have more money than you. So men just need to get their pockets up. Like, come on. And it logically will not make any sense to a woman who is prioritizing her well-being when it comes to her stability. We live in a capitalist society. It's not changing. These bills are getting more expensive. Prices are going up. It's smart of her. It's intellectual of her to prioritize her financial stability with a man. It's just, it is what it is. So these men will never make me feel bad about calling somebody a gold digger. Well, I can't dig gold with a broke man. Like, it's just, it is what it is. That's crazy.
Different reasons here. Studying a professional background, self-discovery, having your career set up, more self-discovery. All experiences are valid, good or bad. Trauma, waiting, healing trauma, and then I won't even put her in there because she said it's okay, but you got to marry the right person, so her situation doesn't work out. What's your response?
She changed her mind.
And then she changed her mind.
She changed her mind.
Not applicable. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts, real quick. Just a random question. How many times have you been dumped?
Just twice.
Twice? You? Have you ever been dumped by a guy?
No.
You?
Never.
You?
No.
Okay. You? Have you ever been dumped? Keep up, sweetie. Okay. You?
No.
You?
Once.
You?
No.
Okay. Okay. And so what you said was, and this is something that we hear a lot of women say, you too. They say you have to get your bag because you can't rely on a man, right? Because
that's not sassy to y'all. That's why that's sassy. That extra lip. This is another example. This is another example of the sassy stuff that we be talking about.
They say you have to get your bag. Have you ever been dumped? Keep up, sweetie. Okay. You?
That's what a woman would do. A woman would do that. A woman would do that. And listen, it's easy to target a woman like that. She seems very, and I say this respectfully, but she seems a little like fragile in her own energy. You know, like, I don't want to step on too many toes. She looks extremely young. But these are the women that they go after. They go after women like that are unsure of themselves because they're just easier to manipulate and easier to talk down to like that, which is why you never want to carry yourself like this, like the woman here that he was just talking to. He's intimidated by the other woman with the braids, the one that was doing majority of the talking. He's intimidated by her. He's threatened by her, which is why he keep coming at her sideways. But the girl right here that he just was talking to and was trying to be shady, he feels like he can dominate her. So listen, come up out of that energy. If you are in this energy, I'm gonna tell you don't date, because men are gonna, like, girl, they gonna use your ass. They gonna take advantage of you. Okay, you're like in a forest and you're the bunny. You're the white bunny and you're in a forest. That's what you are. So if you are talking about dating and things like that, sis, you got to come up out of that energy. You got to find your voice. You got to speak up for yourself. You got to learn how to be confrontational, and you have to learn how to defend yourself if necessary. Okay. All right, let's continue.
You?
Once.
You?
Never.
Okay. And so what you said was, and this is something that we hear a lot of women say, you too. They say you have to get your bag because you can't rely on a man, right? Because what if he turns out to be a bum, or what if he leaves? These are all valid questions.
Yeah.
But then I just went around the panel and asked how many of you have been dumped? And women, and 95% of relationships. So what's the real reason you're not getting married young? Is it because you're afraid your husband's going to leave you, or is it another reason? Because men don't leave relationships.
It's not feel secure.
Hold on a second.
It's security.
Security?
Number one, yeah.
Okay. So
Feeling safe, secure, is number one for me.
Okay. So no, I hear you. So you feel like you need to have a career for yourself so that you can feel safe and secure.
I was raised that way. My mother raised me, don't depend on a man for nothing. Get yourself. So that program
Due respect. No, I agree. And I mean this with all due respect. This is why you're 44 and single with 3 kids. Guys, and I'm not trying to be funny. And I'm not trying to crack on you either. But this is the reason why the dating market is a shit show. Is because we actually have women who think that they don't want to get married, and their reason is because my husband is going to leave me, when they have never been dumped in their lives. Right? You filed for divorce. You've never been dumped. You've never been dumped. You told me, hell no, you've never been dumped.
Once.
How many relationships have you had?
4.
More than one.
No,
There you go.
4 real relationships.
Sure. The point is that men don't walk away from relationships unless they have a damn good reason. So when you tell me,
He's over here projecting how he has dealt with rejection majority of his life on these women. So his only concern when it comes to women getting married is, well, y'all don't have to worry about rejection. Men don't leave relationships. Sir, what? And that's what's so scary about Redpillers and Manosphere. It's like, do y'all actually care about the women in the situation, or do you only care about yourself? Which is why it's so dangerous to listen to them as a woman, because it doesn't seem like they figure in your well-being if they were to be in a relationship with you at all. It's like they don't consider your well-being at all. These women said, well, we want to feel secure. They don't even know what true security is in a relationship, like how to make a woman feel secure. And it's not just, I'm a man. Like, no, are you making her feel emotionally safe? Because men always talk about, oh, I protect. Half of y'all don't provide for real. And providing isn't always money. Are you creating a safe space for her? A safe space emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. That's providing as well. Like, it's not just money. And that's what's so scary about men, especially the ones that are online listening to these clowns right here. Like, oh my God, they don't know what it means to truly provide. It's not just money. It's not just protection. Like, are you creating a safe space for her? Are you creating a space for her to be able to improve and to grow with you? Are you creating a safe space for her to be able to take care of herself so that she can improve in areas that she would like to improve in? Or are you holding her accountable so she can? Are you providing that accountability? Are you providing that true leadership? It's not always just about the money, though. And it's just, whew, I could go on and on and on. And then I never hear these men talk about emotional safety at all. And how can they talk about emotional safety when they don't believe trauma is real? They probably don't even believe in therapy. They probably never went and had therapy. If a woman gets postpartum, how are you going to be able to help her with that? Are you providing a safe space for her, sir? But they are only concerned with providing money, and they're only concerned with what else? Providing money and providing safety. Like if someone was to come busting down the door in your home, I guess they'll fight them off. I guess. So I'm not impressed by any of this. Like, none of this makes me want to have kids or get married or any of that shit. Actually, it makes me absolutely terrified. And then another thing, right? I'm listing all of these things that men don't do, but there's a list of things that women should be doing. But it's crazy how only a man is required to do is provide and protect, but a woman is supposed to do all of these extra things. But in reality, men are falling short. They're falling short because they don't prioritize emotional safety. They don't prioritize a safe space to properly communicate. Communication is just not you talking and dominating the conversation. It's also you listening. Do you know how to do that? Do you have comprehension skills? Do you know not how to be combative, or do you know how to be in a space where you can agree or at least try to understand your partner when it's a space where you're not seeing eye to eye? I don't never hear these men talk about any of this stuff. I don't, which is why, like, I don't know why women are so eager to get in a relationship with a man. You need to really vet to see if it would even be worth your time, because a lot of these women up here were either divorced or they got broken up with. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the issues that I listed off is probably one of the issues in their relationships. And then them not knowing themselves.
Things like, I need to self-discover. To me, that's 1,000% bullshit. That's the first thing. The second thing is you said, and I agree with what you said for the guy. You have to get out there. You have to date the bad boys and this and the other. Did it ever occur to you that making mistakes with a guy, that's what you said. You said there's nothing wrong with making a mistake with the wrong guy when you're younger. This is what causes that trauma that you have to heal from at 44 years old and single with 3 kids. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy that especially young, attractive women almost, and you work at Twin Peaks, you got to get out of there before it's too late, because it's only going to be a matter of time before you are disqualified by every man you want in your life. That's just how it is, man. So whenever you ask a woman, hey, do you believe in getting married young? Most of the time they're going to tell you no, but it's very important to listen to the answers. The answers vary from sea to shining sea.
Listen, the only thing that can disqualify you when it comes to being a woman and getting a man is if you meet a man, he wants kids, and either you don't or you're past your biological time slot. Okay. Number 2, and in today's economy, there's not that many men that want kids like that. I'm just being honest. Then number 2, the last thing is if you're not taking care of yourself. And I want to say the main thing is if you're not taking care of yourself. I hit the wall. I don't have issues with getting attention. I don't have issues with getting attention, getting the male gaze, getting a man to take me out. It's not hard. But the determining factor is if you are, in fact, taking care of yourself. If you're not, then yeah, like he's 100% right. But if you are pouring into yourself, you're taking care of yourself, and you look good, like there's always going to be a man that's trying to talk to you. Always. That's just how they are. There's always going to be a man that's trying to talk to you. And then I know they spew that rhetoric that older men only want to date younger girls. That's not true. A lot of men that are older, they like to date 30-year-olds. And the reason why they like to date 30-year-olds is because, and I'm talking about like the men that are like in their 40s, some in their 50s, they actually go for women that are in their 30s because either they already had kids and they don't want kids anymore, or they tend to go for women in their 30s because they tend to be more stable, whereas a 20-something-year-old is not as stable. So they go for a more mature woman that's more like in her 30s that knows herself. But then again, we're talking about quality men who actually get women. Not these men that sit up on a podcast and they're projecting based off of shallowness because they don't have real experience. They don't have real experience. So the only thing they can do is be shallow and project and judge from the outside. They don't have real experience at all. Everything that I just said actually comes from my experience. So one thing that I noticed was when I turned 30, I thought like, the wall, it was. But honestly, I actually get more attention at this age than I did when I was 20. So take care of yourself. That's all I got to say. Take care of yourself. Go to the gym, exercise, drink your water, go to elevated spaces with quality men. Like, it's not hard for you to get attention. It's not hard for you to get the male gaze like that. He's over here. Now, based off of all of this stuff, that the advice that these men are giving, they're giving advice for women to get married, but they're not giving advice for women to stay married. So based off of what I just said, I feel like it still stands. Like, even though I said to get attention, I didn't say to get married. I said to get attention. These men are giving women's advice, but it's not to stay married. It's just to get married, just to say you got married. But then most likely you would get a divorce because it's horrible advice. It's not good advice. Making women angry is a very profitable business. They're just snake oil salesmen. Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, let's continue.
see. But really, all it is, it's just an excuse to be a fucking hoe. And if that's what it is, then just fucking say that's what the fuck it is. And just be done with it. And Miss Columbia is laughing because she knows it with her pearly white teeth.
You have something you want to say? You want to? She had her hand up from before too, and then we can go to her. She go ahead because she had it.
Yo, that's why I be telling y'all, if you really are truly a virgin, because you know I was a virgin till 27. If you really truly are a virgin, like just keep it to yourself. Only share it with someone that you feel is necessary for you to really share it with. But if you just meeting a guy, y'all just getting to know each other, like just hold off that information, because that's how these men think. Like they think that you are just out here just going through a bunch of men, just a bunch, because that's what they would do. They would go through a bunch of women. They would just go run through a bunch of women. So listen, they don't believe you anyway. And I just remember, I remember when I used to be so nervous about my virginity because I was past 21. I was past 18. I was past 16. I was all the way at 27. So I used to be like really freaking nervous about it, thinking it was going to be such a big deal. And lo and behold, like it just wasn't a big deal because men, they just did not believe me. Like they did not believe me. They literally thought I was just lying about it. And I'm like, here I am feeling insecure about it. Here I am feeling down about it. Here I am feeling some type of way about it. But in reality, they're looking at me like, no way. And here I am thinking like this is like a really big thing, but it wasn't. So I'm just here to be honest with you and let you know, like, it's not going to make or break a thing. The only thing that you need to be concerned about is finding someone that respects you and values you. Like, that's really it. But they don't believe you if you were to tell them anyway. So it's like no need in you really disclosing that information unless you feel like it's time to, or it's necessary to, or things are getting really serious. Okay? Because I just remember that time in my life where I felt like I was so insecure about that. And then it's like you tell a guy and he just brushes it off like, I don't believe you. And it's like, okay, it was a waste of time.
What do you want to say? Go ahead.
With all due respect and all the love, and I don't know who raised you, but on the respect of the panel and the respect of women that actually produce other people on earth, you're wrong.
Why am I wrong? Why am I wrong? So what I said, so hold on. Tell me why I'm wrong about women wanting
I have
those.
to debate with you, and I'm really not confrontational at all. Okay. My Libra scales are really turned like opposite on the axis right now. Because when you literally ask the question, you're very rhetorical. You're not honor that because you know how to slip and slide. But I dated a Leo, and I'm very professional with you motherfuckers. It's not professional. So what I'm going to say on the rhetorical state, and I'm so sorry that literally we went in a circle panel to figure out the wrong, the pros, the cons.
The girls want to be hoes?
No,
that's what I said.
I'm literally like on my 5th cocktail, and to hear.
Wait. Is he a Leo or a Libra? Is he a Leo? Girl, is he a Leo or a Libra? Girl, because I ain't never met no Leo like this. I'm attracted to Leos. Leos tend to be like very dominant. You know, they assert themselves in a very, I like Leos. But this, ain't no way that man is a Leo. Ain't no way. Oh my God, that's horrible. That's horrible. Oh my God, that is terrible. That is terrible. Normally, like Leos tend to be like they well, the ones I've dealt with, they like Casanova type, like they got real game, but this man ain't got no damn game at all. I don't know what the hell this is. This is terrible. I have never met a Leo like that ever. Like this. I don't feel like they was all that healthy though. They was toxic, but they had real game. I think the difference is he has no real life experiences with women. I think that's what it is. Now listen, I didn't say I liked Leo men. I said that, you know, they've always been something that I've struggled with. That's all I'm saying. But this is a Leo. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Ain't no way. I don't know. And why is he sitting there so angry? Like, Why is this man so angry? Do you see how angry he is? Like, why? And we get called bitter. That's crazy. That's crazy. Why is he so angry?
Hear you say that just really fucking devastates
Yeah,
me.
the truth hurts.
No, babe, you're wrong. And your beautiful shirt, you're wrong.
Okay, so how about this? How about this? Normally, right? So you said that he's incorrect. That's totally cool.
But you went in the store.
But hold on.
Okay, sorry.
If you're gonna say that he's wrong, that's fine. But what did he say in particular that is incorrect, and can you tell us why it's incorrect?
Because when we went around and we asked what the age requirement, and these young ladies said their ages, the only thing is that we just said that you don't really know identifying. But I even said it's not wrong if you actually meet someone and you actually have that happen for you. There's nothing wrong with that. That's self-discovery.
That's also called self-destruction.
Because you meet somebody and you actually marry them young? What's wrong with true love?
Oh, now you're moving the goalpost. Now, is it true love or is it a mistake? See,
no, I never said that. That's what I'm gagging.
But you took the stance earlier.
Yes,
and you said that women shouldn't get married young.
No, I never said that.
He asked, which do you think 21 is too young to get married? And you
I don't think that's wrong. I said that
They don't have any depth. That's why she's on a show. They don't have depth, sis. I'm sorry you had to go through this. They don't know how to have a real in-depth conversation about life and real experiences. You want to know why? Because they're not honest with themselves. Because it takes a level of transparency. They don't have that. So they don't have any real depth to them other than, oh, you shouldn't wait till 30 for marriage. That's all they have. They don't understand like the process of really truly diving deep within yourself to really truly get to know yourself and become whole on your own and then get into a relationship or a serious committed relationship. They don't know anything about that. They come broken, they come angry, bitter, triggered, emotionally unstable. That's how they come to relationships. So of course they don't know what you're talking about. They have no idea what you're talking about at all, sadly.
Self-discovery, you find your way. You find your way at that young age.
So,
but I don't think there's no negativity or positivity.
Look, because I've been writing down your guys' answers. So the thing is this: when I asked the question, I was very specific. Is it too young to get married in their 20s or whatever, right? Or 20? Because you said that you got married young in around 2021.
Yeah,
and then that's what prompted the question. And I said, raise of hands if you think that's too young. And you rose your hand. So I said, okay, now
No,
let's
I
go around the
corrected
table.
my friend.
And
That's all I was saying.
And then I went around the table and I asked, okay, can you tell me specifically why it's too young? And then you cited because of self-discovery reasons. So you know what you want. And then you also said that you living life's life is what you said. Something along those lines. Life is lifing. So, and that basically boiled down to all experience can be good experience because you can learn from it. That's what you were saying. But now you're going backwards and saying, no, being in a relationship. I never said there's anything wrong with being in a relationship when you're young. And that's what he's saying. He's saying women should be in a relationship young because he's saying that anything else
get married
is just
young.
rationalization to be promiscuous. That's what he's saying. And you said that he's wrong. So I'm asking you,
so
what is wrong about? Yeah, what is he wrong
I
about?
don't think anybody's wrong. I just
Jesus Christ, here we go.
You just said a second ago he was
Unbelievable,
wrong.
man. Unbelievable.
You just said a second ago he was wrong. So I'm like, okay, what is he wrong about?
Is he right now?
He's so right.
Okay, yeah, you're trying to be funny.
I love that.
I actually really got triggered.
I love that. I love that for sis. Y'all, that's me. I am keeping my peace. Do you hear me? I'm not arguing with you. I'm not going back and forth with you. Listen, you are intentionally trying to misunderstand. I'm going to let you have it. I am not arguing. You're not getting the angry black woman out of me. You're not. You don't even deserve that side of me. You're not getting it. You're not giving it. Listen, she didn't give up. This is when I was like, she's shutting down. She started shutting down right here, I think.
Yes. So what is he wrong about? Yeah, what is he wrong
I
about?
don't think anybody's wrong. I just
Jesus Christ, here we go.
You just said a second ago he was
Unbelievable,
wrong.
man. Unbelievable.
You just said a second ago he was wrong. So I'm like, okay, what is he wrong about?
Is he right now?
He's so right.
Okay, yeah, you're trying to be funny.
I'm really not trying.
And she said several times that she was not trying to be confrontational. And it was like he was egging her on to be confrontational because why? This is a man that talks about providing and protecting, but he doesn't even know how to provide a space to have proper communication. He doesn't know how to do that. So ladies, the next time you think of a man providing, think of a good communicator. Is he providing a space where good communication can be had? That involves listening to understand, listening to comprehend. And it also involves, maybe, some reassurance, some verbal reassurance. So yeah, she shut down. Like I could see it on her face. She was sitting there and it was like hitting her. Yeah, like he's like, this is like a waste of my time. So I'm proud of her. Honestly, I would prefer to see Black women just like let it go. I would like to see more women just let it go. For us, we struggle with this because we have triggers because we do have trauma, right? So we struggle with this. We really want to get our clap back, but like, like if they're intentionally trying to misunderstand and they've gone around and around and around, if you have to go around once, twice, a third time, they're misunderstanding you, sis. Let it go. That's my rule of thumb. I go through it once, try to explain. Go through it again, try to explain. That third time, and you still want to go back with me, we wrapping this up. Like, you're not about to drain my energy, because I feel like that's an energy vampire. You're trying to drain my good energy. Because I was having a good day before we had this conversation. You're not getting that. You're not getting my energy like that. You're not about to drain my energy like that. Go talk to somebody else. See if they understand you.
No, I
actually really got triggered when I said that girls want to be hoes, right?
But so do men. So let's keep it real.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
All women want to just be
Absolutely. No, you're absolutely right. Is it all women? No. Is it most women? Probably not. But it's enough of y'all. Okay. It's enough of y'all. So we're sitting here right now. And with all due respect, I think you got triggered at the fact that I talked about women wanting to be hoes. Due respect, you couldn't be a hoe if you wanted to.
Oh, shit.
Okay, the gag of all is that you can do whatever you want. I came here to just kind of filter in, but if you want to like slander, go for it. I can stand it.
Okay, so
I'm so proud of sis. She handled herself. They was really trying to make her that angry Black woman. They really was. I'm so proud of sis. She handled this right. She handled this right. She said, go at it. Have it. This is a woman that don't got nothing to prove. This is a woman that don't really truly give a damn. Who are you? Why do I need to prove myself to you? I don't need to prove myself to you. I don't need to prove myself to you. Let's go back, because she handled this with so much class.
Oh, shit.
But it's enough of y'all. Okay. It's enough of y'all. So we're sitting here right now. And with all due respect, I think you got triggered at the fact that I talked about women wanting to be hoes. Due respect, you couldn't be a hoe if you wanted to.
Oh, shit.
Okay, the gag of all is that you can do whatever you want. I came here to just kind of filter in, but if you want to like slander, go for it. I can stand it.
Okay, so I guess to finalize this. So is he wrong or not? Is he wrong or not?
I don't really know how to feel.
I'm proud of her, y'all. I don't know who that girl is, but if y'all can find her, I'm proud as hell, y'all. I was, yes. She said, go at it. You can have it. Go at it. You can have it. Oh, I love that. I love that, y'all. I do. She said, you can have it. He wanted her to get up, start clapping her hands, start hitting her fist, like, hit it. Like, that's what he wanted. And he didn't get it. I love that for her.
Because the energy of the dynamic has switched. So I really don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's fine. That's called earlier.
Yeah,
you want to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, I disagree. Sure. The reason being is because I feel like people need to establish or evaluate what it is that they want truly, and they need the time to do that. Straight out of high school, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, however you want to put it. Whoa. I feel like that's the time for you to just truly self-discover before you decide, yeah, this is the person I want to be with for the rest of my life. This is the person I want to, make kids with. A lot of people don't even know themselves. So I just
define self-discover. Does that include sleeping around?
No, that truly is about
self-discovery does not include sleeping around. I'm good with that. If self-discovery does not include sleeping around, I'm good with that.
You ain't got to sleep with nobody to go and have dinner. You ain't got to sleep with nobody to let them know what you're looking for. You ain't got to sleep with nobody to do nothing.
What age do you think is a good age to get married for a woman? What age do you think?
I would say after 30.
Oh my God.
You do know
Jesus Christ.
after 30, you do know that after 30, like you have a higher risk of not being able to get pregnant. Like the reason why women should get married is because women should get married early is because they have a better chance of producing children.
Y'all, that's the only argument that they have is the whole kid thing, which is why I don't give a damn about that. Okay. I don't give a damn about kids. And you want to know why? The economy, the school system. That's the only thing they have. Healthcare, the working modern woman having kids. Like y'all not holding that over my head because I don't give a damn about that shit. All right. And then these men be so quick to use that. But it's like you raising a family in this system and this economy, it don't even benefit you. You're going to be working yourself into your grave. All right. Especially us millennials, because will we have a retirement? Will we have Social Security? Will we have a 401k? Will we have any of those resources that the baby boomers had? Huh? So you better go talk to somebody that is not intelligent with that, because like, listen, I do not give a damn about that. I don't. Not with these grocery prices. You trying to go to the grocery store to feed a family of say 5, right? That's the American dream. You have 3 kids, you're married. What's that grocery bill looking like every month for a family of 5? Let's have a real conversation about kids. Let's just not talk about having them. Let's talk about, okay, we had them. What does life look like? What school do they go to? Is it public school? Is it public school? Is it the same public schools where these kids are struggling to read and write? Some of them can't read above a 4th grade level. Is it because the phones are a distraction in school? So we're sending our child to a school that doesn't take the phones away so that they can actually learn and focus? Because it seems like the only way you're going to get that is if you take them to private school. So I got questions. Everyone want to talk about kids, but y'all not talking about how much it costs to take care of them. And to take care of them in a way to where they get a quality life, not a half-ass life, a quality one. And if you're going to talk about having kids, why not do it in a quality way? So I want to like, what's the breakdown? I want to see the finances. I want to, and to the men that have an issue with women looking for a man that actually has financial stability, if she wants kids, that's just smart for her to do. It would be dumb of her to give it a man that's broke because he can't do anything for that child at all. So I would like to see the financial breakdowns when it comes to this kid conversation for me to be impressed with anything, because I'm not impressed when men be like, well, you know, you should have kids when you're young because it's harder for you to get pregnant when you're older and da 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 da. Okay. From grocery prices to daycare to, I don't like the school system. I'm just being honest. I don't like the school system, taxes, and a list of other things. I'm not being wooed with that. I'm sorry. That's not like, men need to stop using that as like as a debate. It's just not in 2024. I'm sorry. When houses were easier to buy, okay. All right, you got me. But it's not healthcare, everything. Like, I don't even know where to start. The healthcare field, the housing market. I mean, it's too much. The daycare, the fact that women only get 6 weeks of maternity leave. I mean, I could literally give you a list as to why I really am not impressed by that talking point. It's just not a bargaining chip. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's not convincing at all. And one thing about women, we prioritize how we are facilitated because we're women. You know, we make a house a home. That's just what we do. So if we're considering the cost of living when it comes to a family of 5, that's just smart, because we have to think like, well, what does that actually look like? You know, like what is that a quality life for my unborn children? Depends on the man. It depends on the situation. It depends on the relationship. So it's not on no bitter type stuff. It's just logical. And that's another thing, ladies. These men don't want you to be logical. They don't want you to be logical, because then you really wouldn't date their ass. They broke. They can't afford a family of 5. You want a family of 5. They're telling you to be logical. You wouldn't pick him. It's really that simple. He cannot afford a family of 5. He can't even afford a family of 2. So he can't afford 2 kids. Like, if women were to truly start being logical, a lot of these men would not get picked. Yeah, it would actually be the other way around. A lot of these men would not get picked. So, but y'all keep hanging the ring and the kids. Y'all keep hanging that over women's head. But if women were to be accountable and logical, if they were to ditch the being naive, listen, there'd be a lot of single men. That's all I got. I hope y'all come back. I hope y'all come back, because I'm going to come back. Who should we do next? Should we do Pearl, Saint and Sinner, which that one was crazy? Should we do fresh? And who's the other one? I feel like I'm missing one. I may be missing somebody else, but this is just the opening because it's a lot out here. We should do Pearl. Let me know. Let me show you let me show you this one though, because this one, y'all, this one blew my girl. I gotta show you it though. Before I leave, I gotta show you it real quick. Hold on, I think it's in my playlist. Is it watch later? No, okay, here it is. Okay, let's see if I can. Oh, did I not save it? Oh, I did. Let me show you. Because this one, I was shocked by this. This is the next one.
40 to 50-year-old white man who speaks to God. Guys like Marshall Applewhite, Jim Jones, Charles Manson. If I ask you to envision cult members, you probably think of hippies like the Manson family and pretty much any notable cult during the 70s. You likely see them worshiping or venerating some guy or girl who claims to speak to God or maybe even is God. Maybe they know the way to get to God. Would you ever join a cult? 9 out of 10 of you guys watching, maybe even all of you, probably said that you never would. Cults are for idiots, naive idiots. Well, many people think this way. Many people have this idea that cults have a certain look to them and a certain way of being. These are the people that are most primed and most susceptible to cults. Funny thing is, guess how many current and past cult members would have said, I'm not in a cult, if you ask them. Every single last one, right up until their mass drinking of the Kool-Aid in the case of Jim Jones. Now, what if I told you that there's currently a cult no one is talking about, founded and operated right here on YouTube, with over 1,000 confirmed members and over 100,000 disciples associated with it. A cult that's growing a militia, a dogmatic worldview, and has their own Bible and is led by a cunning megalomaniac right here on YouTube. A cult that draws stark and borderline scary comparisons to the deadly cult of Jim Jones known as the People's Temple. What if I told you this cult and its members are nothing like the people I described and you likely imagined?
Marquette, Devon, Burton.
The saint, and the sinner, and the sinner. To preface this, when I call this group a cult, I literally mean it. Many people call Andrew Tate's fans a cult, but they're more akin to people in an MLM. I'll be drawing comparisons to different cults in this video, especially the People's Temple. The reason being, they're an apt comparison. I don't necessarily mean it's as big of a threat as the cults from the 70s were.
Baby, when I tell you this popped up in my news feed and I was like, my God, and it's put together so well. I'm like, so I hope y'all come back for that one too. Ooh, girl, it's crazy. I don't know what my algorithm done got into, but it got me into some stuff because I was like, what? So make sure y'all come back. And he tried to get this video taken down and YouTube put it back up. So make sure y'all come back. Please give the video a thumbs up. I hope to see you in my next one. Thank you for all the compliments. Thank you for tuning in. And like I said, I hope to see you in my next one.